Feet. I gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. You like a rock man. I live in motion. In New York City, 'cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Driving light, and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic, take off for a new city. Somewhere got history, somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to that aeroplane. Huh. Make it onto that aeroplane. All right. Get onto that aeroplane. Here we go now. Make it onto that aeroplane. Break it down for me. Get onto that aeroplane. Ooh, ooh. Make it onto that she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to that aeroplane. 10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive and lie, and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic. Take off for a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to that aeroplane. Huh. Make it on to that aeroplane. All right. To that aeroplane. Here we go now. Make it on to that aeroplane. Break it down for me. Get on to that aeroplane. Make it on to that aeroplane. 10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket.
Test.
I wanna feel the heat.
Get the bump music down. Get you turned up, Earl. Test.
Hello.
That sounds good. I think our levels are pretty good. Welcome to the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Do I sound like a champion?
T-Texas Tony Turnstile here with the man, the myth, the legend. Wanted in 17 countries for being awesome. Dutch Chattahoochee.
I got a warrant out for my arrest.
Warrant out for breaking awesome. You can't hear anything in your headphones?
No, my mic.
Oh. You got that?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, good.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Better? I'll blow it out. Brazos Valley Bombers in town tonight. Brazos Valley looking very strong early in the season, but we did manage to swipe the Smokey Joe opener.
Extra inning game.
We got 4 cams working. That's the GoPro. Let me tell you, setting that thing up for an HDMI clean, like a straight up clean HDMI feed with a remote is harder than Egyptian hieroglyphics. Here's your center field cam. This is our Moco, so I don't know what we're gonna get out of that. It's really limited field of view, but you'll get some of the box. And there you go. That's our broadcast for tonight. Do some sponsor shout outs. Luis Solis is, again, being inducted to the Pro Bowling Hall of Fame. I don't know how that works if you just get like luxury limousine travel, but normally he's on the switchboards for us. But we'll get up some sponsors like Daniel Peskin.
Break it down.
They're the best. There they are. Keeping the mosquitoes down here at Smokey Joe.
Mosquito free.
If you're looking, oh, go ahead, bud.
I've had literally 0 mosquitoes on me. Like the last few times
I know,
I've been
like
here.
the first time was insane. These people are partners in crime, part of the baseball underground. ATG and MILB Hat Billy doing stuff. Oh, here's the one we're going to do in game for MILB Hat Billy.
What's that?
It is. He is asking us to name our favorite obscure, forgotten baseball player and talk about him. Okay, and then he's doing this. He's doing this with like 5 different YouTube folks. He's doing it with ATG boys. He's doing it with a couple other creators.
Obscure baseball player of all time.
Yeah, so like Dickie Thon would be good, but he's really not that obscure, right?
No.
So like people love.
I've got to
Dickie Thon.
think about that, honestly.
Yeah, I was looking old Mariners up, but then like in game, what we'll do is just bring up the image of like the baseball card in between like the, you know, whatever, 4th and 5th inning, somewhere in between innings, bring it up, and then we can talk about it, and then he's going to take that snippet from the game and throw it in a compilation video of lost and forgotten baseball players.
Now, would you say Doug Jones is kind of forgotten?
Could be.
Doug Jones is the man. That's,
Don't tease it yet, because we're gonna pick it. We're gonna come. I think he said get it to him by July.
oh, we got plenty of time.
So we'll come up with obscure baseball players, and it'll be, I don't know what game it'll be, but we'll do an in-game.
I've got
And
tons
then
of them.
send
That's
the
for
link.
sure.
Yeah, send the link to MILB Hat Billy. But those dudes are a lot of fun. And the other thing we can do.
Oh, you know what? If you remember, do you remember on our podcast when we did that segment of like the 5 baseball players, that story?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but do you remember that card with that guy that like he just woke up, and then we were cracking up about it?
Yeah, dude. You did some gold. Top
I'm going
fives.
to. That's gonna be my guy, one of my guys. So just one player, right? Just name one player. Okay.
It's pretty much.
So if anybody's out there right now listening, please throw your thoughts in there too. We would gladly take your thoughts.
Yeah. But see, then I can go to OBS, and I think I can do a web capture maybe. So I can go like that, okay. And then if I turn this on, I can size that.
So if the River Monsters win tonight, when they do, can we go kaboom when they win? Can that be the chant, kaboom?
Kaboom.
Kaboom!
If you support ATG like we do, 163 is out. It's absolute gold. Look at this.
I've watched it a couple times, matter of fact.
Glorious. And if you check out,
Jake hitting Bonnie with the chair.
yeah, it's so good. And then, but
a
MILB
wrestling
Hat
match.
Billy has new stuff out. He does this is pretty good.
That dude, I watched that recently.
That's
and it was
crazy.
so sick. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
It was interesting.
I have to say, but anyway, those dudes are partners in crime for us.
I will say this about the
So
Hat Billy video.
support those guys. If you're interested in cool historical baseball content, both those guys know a lot.
I do like the Hat Billy video recently where he was like, some team, the first time they wore batting helmets, they lost, and they were like, yeah, we're getting rid of those. So that's just kind of interesting to think. Oh, wow.
But he does all kinds of. But he's got all kinds of great videos.
Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker, Dennis Martinez.
I do like the old school overlays that he has on it.
Yeah.
It has like the old look on it, the colors and everything.
But check those dudes out. Support those guys. That's part of our pregame. We're about to get on our way. Got managers exchanging scorecards. And we're about to get on our way with some awesome TCL baseball. The only thing I have to report is Liam's in the house.
Oh, your little Mijo, your son.
Yeah, Liam is here.
He sees me making friends though with the locals.
Yeah, that's what I wanted him to do. I wanted him to chase foul balls. He's like, can I get a baseball? Can I get a baseball? I was like, dude, you have to earn that, dude. Chase it with the rest of the Lord of the Flies kids and get yourself a foul ball. But obviously, this place is filled with baseballs. He's not going home without a baseball, but Liam's up here. If you hear like an incessant, really soothing,
It's a snake.
incessant voice of a 6-year-old, that'll be Liam. the scoreboard going.
We just make sure that it's
Good to go. Ready for baseball. Brazos Valley. Skiing underweight 7:05. Get ready for national anthem and the rest of that good stuff. And we'll just leave the mics open so you can get your taste of patriotism on a beautiful Seguin night.
When's the Canadian flag? Dude, didn't you have this shirt on earlier? I think I saw you had this on too. I was like,
What's up, bud?
the bright ATG hat I saw.
Yeah. Guess I can do post game. I can pump those dudes.
I don't like the white ones today.
And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Seguin River Monsters. From Texas State University, playing center field, number 34, Kyle Atkinson. Batting second, playing left field from the University of Texas at Arlington, number 4, Zach Henry. Batting third from the University of Texas, San Antonio, playing shortstop, number 11, Hector Rodriguez. Batting fourth from Union College, designated hitter, number 19, Luke Powell. Batting fifth from the University of Texas, San Antonio, playing second base, number 3, Preston Freeman. Batting sixth from Harding University, playing third base, number 22, Xavier Arias. Batting seventh from Shorter University, playing first base, number 44, Gavin Milans. Batting eighth from Abilene Christian University, playing right field, number 39, Holden Rook. And batting ninth, playing catcher from West Texas A&M University, number 23, Hayden Mahmoud. And on the mound for the River Monsters from Texas Lutheran University, number 20, Zach Longshore. Head coach Tony Perez, assistant coach Nick Palacios, and Caleb LeClaire. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand up, remove your ball caps, and let's sing the national anthem. Let's play ball.
What if we don't want to do Seinfeld?
Oh. All right, I'll get the mic back up there.
Got a whole riff, man. I didn't realize the whole song was
I'm really proud of myself. People can't see it, but I built myself extra desk space in this press box.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, I did that. I bought that ply at Home Depot.
Huh.
And then gave myself an extra 2 feet so I can actually lay my scorebook on something instead of on top of the soundboard. Earl's in charge of
The scoreboard.
the scoreboard. I'm in charge of switching cams.
Can I do
You're
it?
not going to get the
Absolutely.
left-handed batter in that shot, but at least you're going to get the pitcher. That's a kind of an okay shot.
I like it. I like the side shot.
Our best shot, the center field cam, I feel is crucial to a baseball broadcast, but the GoPro really gets a lot of the field. It's so wide, but it's like looks good, you know?
Yeah. Because you can like get all the sweet infield plays, you know.
Yeah, basically any shot you can go to cam 2 and get it. Or, I mean, this is like the other one, but you can't really see very much what's going on there. So at least we have 2 cams with good coverage. You got to be quick on the fingers. Zach Longshore on the bump tonight for the River Monsters. TLU in the transfer portal. Looking at some good D1 programs like Law Tech, UTSA, I believe. Can't remember what the third one was, but good pitcher, big lefty. Your lineups tonight, if I get it right. Leading off for the River Monsters, Kyle Atkinson. He's playing center. Zach Henry in left from University of Texas. He'll be playing right. He'll be playing left. 3-hole is Hector Rodriguez playing short. Batting cleanup is Luke Powell. DH and Preston Freeman, I think is he playing? Where's Freeman in the lineup? By process of deduction, he's got to be playing second base. Xavier Arias played some left field. He's at third base tonight. He's batting in the 6-hole. Gavin Millions at first, batting in the 7-hole. Holden Rook playing right field, batting 8th. And Caden Moncrief is your catcher tonight. Leading off for the Brazos Valley Bombers, Casey Sinceri. And I just want to give a tip of the cap to whoever handwrote the Brazos Valley Bombers lineup card tonight. Most legible lineup card in the history of baseball lineup cards, dating back to 1876 when Abner Doubleday first scrawled a lineup card. Bounced up the middle. Played by Preston Freeman off the first one down. Burn, burn, burn. Actually switched the camera on that first one by. There it is. 2-hole. Cole Modling. See where Mr. Modling's from. Number 14. Got the ultra high socks above the knee. Respect Mr. Modling. 5'8" senior, Castroville, Texas, A&M Corpus. Modge. Cole Modge with high socks.
It's the best way to wear your baseball pants is up, up and high. I will argue that that's the only way to wear them.
Old time. If you go old time, you dig it. Forget her first dude back in the day with like David Cohn was just like getting it all bunched up on top of his shoes, just super long pants. It was like,
Dude,
what?
yeah.
You could do that?
Then you had people that once the baggy style started coming around, like Barry Bonds, he had his pants so big.
Dude's had some baggy ones. In my mind, it was like I was a huge Vince Coleman fan, and like the
okay.
crazy like G-string like up the leg stirrup was in style in the 80s in Little League. They just gave you, that's what it was. It was like the stripe, and it went. You could put it above your calf, and that's all it was. And you hike up your socks, and you thought you were Vince Coleman. It's greatness.
Yeah, I'm a high sock stirrup kind of guy. I like the high stirrups, the ones you were kind of talking about.
Fouled off. 3-2, full count now. But yeah, high socks are nice, but I eventually did graduate from the Vince Coleman stripe up the leg to the old school Hack Wilson full leg stirrup. Just see it at the bottom.
You know, another cool style was like the King Griffey Jr. style. They were
Bounce to
long, but
third.
they weren't baggy.
Play across to first by Arias. They're going to call him safe. Did he pump it? Pump fake it? No bobble? I got you. So Modling, no error on the play. That'll be an infield single. Extra pump didn't account for Modling's fleet of foot. Runner up first, 1 down. There's the lead from Modling. Slide piece, strike 1. I gotta remember 3 is the. I gotta get my cameras figured out here. So that's it right there. It's from the set. Up the middle line.
Nice.
That'll be 2 as they double them off first. So that makes quick work of it. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of creativity, and we'll go between 1. Test, test, test. They'll get our mics back up. Fade out. There we go. We're back. Bottom of 1. Kyle Atkinson. Texas State Bobcat.
Shout out.
Tear your face off. Great school, great baseball program.
As they say, eat 'em up cats.
You got Mr. Alex Forey on the mound from Michigan, Livonia, Michigan, to be exact. Attending school at Eastern Michigan.
It's another good school.
Featured a nice breaking ball in his warm-ups. I'll say that. Large man, 6'3". What is he? This can't be right. 6'3", 220. That's a loaded truck if it comes downhill as a linebacker. But he goes 1-1 to Mr. Atkinson. So welcome down to the beautiful sunny climes of Seguin, Texas from all the way in Michigan.
I'm sure he's like, you know what? I want to move here.
It's pretty nice. This is a shot.
That's a nice hit.
That's going to drop in. That's a leadoff base hit right there. Atkinson with a big turn. He's going, and he
He's safe.
gets in there. Oh, my goodness. Insanely aggressive base running completely pays off. There is no way that I thought he was going to make that. I tip my cap to Kyle Atkinson. What did you think on that, Dutch? I was like, what?
I did. The way he was running, it looked like he was kind of worn out. Like he was like, wasn't
He's
gonna
just
make it.
committed.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm getting a double. I don't really care.
I mean, plus after like
he hit it hard, but it's not like it was anywhere close to going the wall. That was awesome.
Plus, you're motivated to win, especially coming off that loss, 12-2. So you're like,
Lead-off double.
Let's just run.
Two-hole. Zach Henry, University of Texas.
Boom.
Greets the man from up north with the leadoff double. That's how the Sturs need to start off, folks. I like that. See Atkinson leading off. Nobody really checking him. Zach Henry from the left side. Takes it. Fastball outside corner 1-1. Zach Henry is a freshman. Oh, Zach Henry. No, here's what Zach Henry is from UT Arlington. I'm glad we got Zach Henry. Zach Henry, if you look at his numbers, there's a big bender in for 1 and 2. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time at UT Arlington this year, but go back to 2022 season. Dude, he led the team in everything. So this is my first eyes on Mr. Henry. But big lefty, good bat. I'd like to see him get in the groove here this summer. Yes. Zach doubled in his first AB in Victoria, I'm told. That's good stuff right there. It's 2 in a row. It's like Ricky Henderson just leading off games with extra bases.
Dude, if Ricky Henderson got on base, you're going to get a run unless you strike out or something.
Man was a run-producing machine. Jumped around Zach.
Dude was a weapon.
Unreal. The sabermetrics. That ball gets away, and that's a good piece of base run. Down to third. They punch him. I don't know. I don't really have any qualms. You want to say the first or third out? At third? Got to be safe there. Aggressiveness, though, you don't want to coach out of the players. I'll just say that. So that's a first out. Atkinson erased, trying to advance on the ball in the dirt, and we'll go back to Zach Henry. Up and away, and Henry's aboard with the base on balls. Your 3-hole batter. I don't know if Hector, I got to mention this to Hector, but Hector is such a fun dude to talk to. Going to UTSA this upcoming season from Galveston College, but is surfing. Do you think he's seen Point Break?
Oh, absolutely, dude. If you're a surfer, you've seen that movie.
But the younger generation, dude, they don't know.
How can you not?
I mean, if he hasn't seen it yet, I'm gonna basically shame force him to watch Point Break.
And yeah, Point Break is definitely a cool movie. Is it one of my favorites? No, but is it a good movie? Yes.
So good. So good.
Like when they're in the van and they're talking about like, oh, I'm an FBI agent. He's like, that's what makes it fun.
The breaking ball misses outside. That's what your lead looks like at first over there from Zach Henry. There, gets the check. There goes the runner. Throw down, and he's in there. Oh, that's a good call. He's about to ring him. He reached back. The umpire is like, I'm going to ring you, but you're safe. So nice stolen base by Zach Henry. That's just so good spot. Runner scoring position for your 3-hole. Like to see that. Run, you got to be safe. 76% of the time. And that was 100%. 3-0 to Hector. Hitter's pitch. Yeah, Point Break make you rethink your life as undercover cop. Maybe you should just give that up and go surfing. Keanu did that. That ball's up, and Hector's aboard. I mean, Patrick Swayze's out there robbing banks.
Would you give your life up right now and go be an undercover cop?
Dude, if I was hanging out with Patrick Swayze, yes. Totally. If I could surf with Swayze,
I would have to think about it, but it would be the scales would be tipped in the favor of let's beat one.
it's a strong yes. All right, 2 runners on.
I don't know if I'd want to become a federal agent though. Become a Fed. I don't know.
Luke Powell, cleanup tonight. Takes a change outside. Luke Powell be your DH. Mr. Powell going to Union College in Kentucky, San Clemente, California. Another lefty in the lineup. We got a lot of lefties going tonight.
I forgot my notes. I can look it up on here.
Mr. Forey checks Henry. Deals fastball up. Henry's really not missing terribly, but he ain't throwing strikes, so he's up and he's out. 1-1. From the set. Standard leads. And up and away. It's early in the season. Some of these guys are checking into the team late. We're still getting bodies here in Seguin. So, if Mr. Forey have to pull the point streak stats. These new guys sometimes are trying to make an impression on their teammates overthrowing. I don't know. 2-1 now. Mr. Powell. Good hack on the fastball. Out of play. 2-2. 1 down. Runners on first and second. Here at beautiful Smokey Joe.
Probably your favorite baseball stadium in the whole world.
It is the best. Night at Smokey Joe can't be beat, folks. Forey checks, deals, fouled off again by Powell. That was a little funkier. I don't know what I would call that. Maybe a Vaseline ball.
I core the.
And I'm not saying Forey's dirty, but if I don't know, I just say something ridiculous.
Well, you can't go wrong with Vaseline.
Could have been a screwball.
A screwball
like Fernando. Luke Powell looking at Forey. Fouls it again. Battling. Good at bat going right here. Luke Powell trying to drive run across. Give the Stirs the early lead. Check on my child. He's become one of the Lord of the Flies, searching for foul balls.
He's definitely
love to see it.
He's definitely blending in with the locals.
You can definitely see everything from the booth. So
yeah,
it's off the plate. Eagle eye by Powell to get it to a full count. Now Forey looking at the possibility of a bases loaded jam if he wastes one off the plate. He doesn't get the chase here, folks.
Or this guy hits it out of the park.
Or he crushes it. He is the 4-hole. The runner goes. Hit to center. You got to get back to second. There will be a play. He gets in, and he is safe. So Powell hits it hard, but tracked down by Mr. Smith-Johnson. Christian Smith-Johnson is center for Brazos. Gets the beat on it. 2 down.
There was just no way for him to beat the tag. There's just no way.
So he hustles back. Good base running to get the runners in motion. Tony Perez getting everybody started. Got Preston Freeman, last home game, victim of what I call a socialist strike zone. Everybody gets a strike, whether it's meritorious or not. It's way outside. That might have been a strike on Preston last game. But I digress. 1-0 to Preston Freeman, who's been very impressed with. Also, if you're looking for fun facts that are going to win you about $50,000 on Jeopardy, he does play the harmonica.
I still say we get him to do the national anthem in the harmonica.
Which is awesome. Ian, that'll be a strike, though. You didn't get the outside try.
Looked like a ball to me, but what do I know?
Well, he's been working out, I think, but I got some of the play. Who knows? Anybody's guess? 1-1 to Freeman. Love to have him up in this spot. There's an outside breaking ball. Doesn't hook back enough to get it. And I think if you're missing outside, with your hook, you're flying open. That's my theory as a pitching coach, and I'm not a pitching coach. Just stay closed, and you'll come over the top of it. Finish it off. From the set, Forey bounces one. Everybody's going to advance. Come the runners. Big spot with 2 down for Mr. Freeman. So 2 runners in scoring position. Single could be worth 2 runs in this spot. Got some Miley Cyrus on the
Got
jam.
a little DJ.
You don't
over
like
here.
that song, you're lying to yourself.
I don't like it. Am I lying to myself?
I think so, baby.
I mean, you have a right to your personal opinion. That's fine. I'm not a fan
Bounced.
personally.
In the hole, could be trouble. Freeman can run well, and that's
it.
a run right there. And an RBI, and the ball gets away. 2 are going to score, and Freeman goes down to second because that ball goes out of play. Nice piece of hitting for Preston Freeman right there. Ground ball with eyes. That's a single and an error, but he gets an RBI. One RBI, 2 runs score. That's how you start off there, especially against Brazos. Tough customer all the way. You got to get every run you can. And Freeman down to second, single and an error. Tops drop. This song was inherited from Mr. Arias from one of last year's favorites, Warren Laster. Freeman leading off second. Second baseman is checking him. Arias squibs it up the middle. It's going to be a play at first, but he bobbles it, and everybody's safe. So Arias on E6. He might have beat it because it was kind of a jam shot. I don't know. I might go back and change my book on that one. If they get him or not. It's hard to say. You have to assume as a pitcher they're going to get that play. Go E6 there.
Now, don't. This guy right here is a dangerous hitter. Like
Gavin Milans.
He's got some power.
Tremendous power. Bounced by Forey. Be a big spot here. Milan's had tons of power. Started out in the 4-hole, and I'm not saying it like Tony Perez just moving the counts around to see what feels better for everybody. But he has hit some balls hard, let me tell you. There goes the runner. The throw down to second. Nobody goes, and he's safe by a country mile. Good piece of run by Arias. So stolen base, second and third for Milans from shorter. Another thing you love about Milans is his vibe. It's a good vibe.
You know what
man.
I thought was cool about him?
What's that, bud?
Right now, he went to the plate and he shook the catcher's hand and the umpire's.
It's a class individual.
Yeah.
All the shorter guys. Honestly, every single River Monster is a legend in my book. I'm biased, but
I haven't seen that in a while, where they actually shake their hands.
yeah.
Usually, they'll say like, "Hi, how you doing?" But not really.
Ooh, inside. Milans almost wanted it. He was like, ooh,
Yeah.
come into my wheelhouse. 3-1. Milan's looking for one thing only. Runners at second and third for your Stirs. See what happens here, folks. Payoff pitch from Forey.
There we go.
Bounced, but foul. Got it on the barrel.
I was like, there we go. That felt like it was a hit. It looked nice.
So the count's going to go, I believe, full at this point. Okay.
Correct. I like the jig you're playing over here, buddy.
Bounced it foul again. We'll redo it.
He's so close to that ball going the other way. So close.
Big spot here. Love to add on. Get as many as you can. Brazos Valley ain't no slouch.
Aren't they
Got
the
a hammer
division
and keep
leaders
hammering.
right now?
I think they are. I got to check the point streak. They're the top of the league. Ooh, up, and the
There we go.
bases are pack-jammed and jam-packed. So there they are, folks. This is your man from Abilene Christian, Holden Rook. Their fine program. Played.
Oh, actually, Brazos Valley are 3 and 4 in the year, so they're
oh,
not the
they're
division
not-
leaders.
Who are the division leaders, bud?
Acadiana.
There you go. Tip the cap. Kittiana
They're 6-2, so they're.
almost gets in on Rook's arm. 1-0.
But if you think
Forey
about
having
it,
issues.
Seguin's only 3.5 games back of first place,
We're
so
there.
it's not that bad.
It's early. Get
Yeah.
hot here. That's what I'm saying. Rook looking at a 1-0 pitch from Forey. Delivers. Could be third baseman. Spears it, and he'll go the short way to second. And Forey works out of it, but not before the River Monsters get 2 runs. 2-zip. We're going to go to the top of 2, folks. And we're back. I might have just made a fatal mistake. I gave Liam some cash to go get ice cream, and that is going to inject massive amounts of sugar into a 6-year-old's bloodstream.
You
and
know
I
what?
was
It'll
like,
keep them awake.
it's already it's the first inning. You should have waited till this. I should have waited till the 6th inning
You can't say no to ice cream, though.
to give him the ice
You
cream.
can never say no to ice cream.
Here's Longshore. Bounces the first offering 2. And we'll be the 4-hole. This is Ben Columbus, the catcher. Mr. Columbus, North Vancouver, British Columbia. And guess where he's going to school, bud?
Nebraska.
You're right.
That's my guy. Not only is
That's
not,
it.
listen, not only is he Canadian, but he's going to Nebraska. That's 2 great things.
He's a Canuck. Uh-oh.
What did I do?
That's it right there. And then you got to get the scoreboard so they're not minimized. All right.
I hit a wrong button.
Is it 3-0 to Columbus? I got to turn that off. Get the audio going.
You can't argue with those 2 stats right there.
Top 2. Pumps a strike.
Sometimes people ask me, what's so great about Nebraska? I'm like, go visit yourself.
Got some good steaks up there. Some fine people up there. Got a lot of corn as far as I know. Bounced over to first, but that's going to be foul.
Did
That's
I
first base game.
Do I remind you that we have the College World Series every year?
Omaha, man, that's a fun trip. Oh my gosh, I think I've done it. In my memory fails me. I've definitely done it once, but I might have been so hammered, and I did it twice, and I couldn't remember.
Well, here's the
that
thing:
time.
when you go to Nebraska, they offer you all kinds of alcohol, and you can't really say no.
Yeah.
So you kind of just do what they give you.
Yep, it's a good time.
They're friendly people.
It was the old Rosenblatt Stadium, not the new TD Ameritrade. That's how old it was. That was back when I was old college baseball player. So Columbus works a walk. He's on first, leadoff runner. Never like to see that. Love to see him get picked off, though. Wouldn't that be nice?
I wouldn't argue against it.
I love a good lefty move to first. You don't see it much. These super deceptive picks that just like it looks like he's going home. The Andy Pettits of the world. Batter is Jordan. Nope,
Andy
I'm sorry.
Pettit.
Maddox Meese.
I forgot about Andy Pettit. Wasn't he involved in the whole steroid thing too? Right?
Probably. Who knows?
I think he was. Him and Roger Clemens and some
I've
other people.
erased it from my brain.
Not me.
So we go to third.
It's a nice
Picked
double
by
play.
Arias. He's going to go to second for the lead. They try to get him the pick, and they got him. Look at that double killing. 2 birds with 1 stone for Longshore right there. Nice pickup in feed into second, and what a turn there by Freeman. Great job. There it is, 2 down. Easy as that. It's going to be a 5-4-3. So 1 down. 1 down, 2 down, and now it's Jordan Medellin. Bounced up the middle, played by Freeman. Goodness gracious, Preston Freeman. Making plays all over the place. 3 up, 3 down, and that was fast. And we're back, folks, with Seguin River Monster Baseball. Top of 2 is about as fast as it goes. I don't know what the pitch count was. I think it was 5. That was fast. Turned into, what was top 1? It was a walk and then instantly 5-4-3 double play, and I think it was like first pitch ground ball to second. As Cade Moncrief is starting us off.
Had to stop eating my jerky there, buddy.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of my jerky.
Gotta get that jerky.
This inning started.
Snacks and dogs, totally acceptable in this booth in the middle of
I'm
the
a
game.
jerky guy, so if any jerky wants to sponsor anything,
CMC Steel would like to thank them. And Daniel Pest Control.
of course.
We got
Boss's
CMC Steel
Pizza.
up for the second.
Got to give a shout out to Boss's Pizza.
CMC has a long history of supporting the baseball scene out here. Old Seguin. It was the CMC Steelers.
What if a company's still slogan was still very important?
Balls up to Moncrief. 3-1.
Do we see a walk coming here?
Nice to have the leadoff. I mean, Forey's been working behind a lot. I know he doesn't like that. Flared out, but the second baseman's going to make that play. 1 down. So that's going to be back to the top of the order.
I say
Kyle
put that little
Atkinson
kid at bat.
led off with a double. I can see Liam right now eating ice cream out of a helmet. Tip your cap to MILB Hat Billy.
Ice cream
in
tastes
his
better out of
helmet
a hat,
video.
though.
It does. That's what I've
There's
learned.
there's no doubt. If you don't think it don't, you're lying.
There's
to
Liam
yourself.
on the camera. Liam's going to be able to go back to so I can show him on TV. See you in your little white hat eating ice cream, living the American dream, possibly the global dream,
The global dream.
the intergalactic dream. Ooh, that's in. Watch yourself. Usually they say take one for the team. But
Like we argued the other day, it's
Yeah.
okay to get hit.
line drive out to
There we go.
right. That's going to be a double. The way Atkinson runs, he's going to go for 2. There's no chance he wasn't. Oh, my goodness. No slide. No slide for Atkinson. Atkinson, 2 for 2, 2 doubles. That's a good way to start off your first 2 innings.
And that was a stand-up double too. He didn't even
Stand-up
slide.
double. I would have slid.
Yeah.
I would have slid.
Just to be
'cause
safe.
You have an opportunity to, like, run past the bag.
But
when
what
you're-
if?
When you're running and you can see the throw, you kind of have this instinctual feel of your own speed. And yes, I'm going to beat it by a step, so I understand that. But still,
I look at it like confidence level. He's like, I got this. I don't need to slide. I
So-
can make it.
Atkinson starts us off. We're back to Zach Henry from UT Arlington. Ball's up. 1-0. Atkinson. Actually, can't stop Wilson. I was saying if the one he hit out to like left center turned into a double, that was definitely going to be a double. First one required a slide. That bounced over to the second baseman, but Atkinson goes to third. That's as good as a sacrifice. Leadoff runner at third with 1 down, and Mr. Zach Henry does his job. I don't know if you can, like, I think it's kind of a jip. Like, if you lay down a bunt there, you get credit for a sacrifice. But I think if you hit a ground ball to the right side, you don't because you were swinging.
Yeah.
But you're taught to do that. You're like, hit a ground ball to the right side to move the runner. So it's just a great piece of hitting right there by Mr. Henry. In to Hector Rodriguez.
Which is crazy because you have sacrifice flies and sacrifice
Sack
bunts.
flies,
Why-
sack bunts.
Why
but
can't you have that?
runner on second. If you ain't sacking, you're with nobody out. You're always taught hit the ball to the right side because you'll move the runner.
They should make that a rule, like a sacrifice.
Maybe
hit.
it is. I'm so rusty on my rule book stuff, but I don't think it is a sack. Should be.
We'll write the MLB commissioners and we'll say, let's change the
It's
rules.
just a good piece of hitting. Should get credit for it. Corner, 2-1. Backdoor slider.
See, the umpire meant to actually do
Generous.
his hand to the left side. It's supposed to be ball through.
Generous right there to Hector. Hector puts the ball in play. We get another run right here, folks. That's down, though. 3-1. So Hector looking for his pitch. You're going to have Mr. Atkinson leading off of third. And Forey from the stretch. Breaking ball on a 3-1 count.
I'm still going with my argument that foul balls shouldn't count as strikes.
I don't know. There's some guys I was reading in Japan. They're like, you want to speed up games? Then it's like 2 strikes, you're out. 3 balls, you're a walk.
What they should do is in community softball leagues, if you have 2 strikes, you get a
Bounce to the
foul,
right
you're out.
side. That'll score a run right there. RBI for Hector Rodriguez.
That's actually out 3. So
Oh, that was a third out?
Yeah.
We had 2 down? I thought we was lead off home. What was the second out? Atkinson was lead off. Oh, no, Monkerud led off. Oh, what
Yeah.
am I talking about?
I was going to say, wait a minute, that don't count.
I was like, dang it. All right, well, I was announcing the whole thing wrong, folks. There were 2 down because Monkerud led off. That's right. I thought Atkinson was the leadoff double. All right. I digress. So that's not the run.
But we are still
Everything
up
I
ahead.
announced that inning was just pure, nonstop, like tap open on your faucet of ignorance because there was the outs made a huge difference on whether you're moving the runner in that situation. But anyway, I digress.
That's why I'm here to help you out, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
You know what would be interesting?
right, folks. This is the beer batter. Crowd's getting pumped. This dude K's Longshore is going to be like reach back, get everything. And your beer batter is. That's all right. Eat up, man. This is going to be Simon Laranga. Mr. Laranga. Simon Laranga, sophomore at Mount Bellevue. I think that's Bellevue, but it could be. He's going to Temple College. JUCO up there. Good program. I think Sammy Diaz from UTSA went to Temple for a year. I also think, did Jose Gutierrez go there? So 2-0 to Simon Laranga. Let's get to this cam. Watch the beer batter strike out. Fouls it off. People are getting pumped for that. 2-1. Longshore works it back, and we get a beer batter K. This place is going to erupt.
So is this like the first batter?
Yeah, I think it's like a promotional. It goes there like every inning, and if it's 2 Ks, then beers are $1, and everybody's just going to get frenzied, hammered, take Ubers home. Longshore 2-2. It could happen. I'm excited for him. I can't even handle a beer anymore.
I can handle some beers, but not right now.
Not in the middle of this epic broadcast.
If I was to start drinking, I would get a little reckless. So let's not go there.
Bounced foul.
You know what I mean?
Tell you
I
what.
would get off topic and start talking about non-baseball stuff.
I don't know how scouting works. Are we being scouted by like ESPN and Fox Sports?
Maybe the local networks first. Like
the BBC in England? Do they want baseball?
I'm digging the CBC.
Canadian?
Yeah.
Canadian broadcast, probably.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you guys want to come
Mr.
up and
Ben Columbus, full count. Uh-oh. What would everybody's think? Like, if it is a hitter, do you put like factors like, okay, because like you're like, he threw me this, he threw me that. You're going through your like mental sort of calculations, but like, do you also factor in? Well, I am the beer batter, and this dude probably really wants to come to me. Like, I'm definitely getting something over the plate. I mean, you're doing that anyway in 3-2 count. I don't know if it enters the players' minds.
If I get a hit here, they're gonna like come after me.
Ooh, comes with the heat.
I will say this though: if he strikes out, every single person here is just gonna get up and go get beer.
Even Gil, the river monster.
Oh, dude, he's thirsty. He's out of water. He needs something to drink. It's just, like I said, we discussed a couple days ago. He has a 12-hour out of water period.
Yep.
And it's an hour like 9 right now, so he's getting thirsty.
Oh, spoils $1 beers for everybody.
He's like spoiled.
Absolutely spoiled. There's Gil working his way through the crowd. If you've ever seen a catfish drink a beer, Gil slam one.
Oh, he drinks it. He drinks it all the time. He just does it in private because he doesn't want to like show that he drinks. You know.
Longshore.
He doesn't want to promote alcoholism to the kids.
Big breaking ball. He could have backdoored him too, but it did miss outside. Oh, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking right there. So Laranga does work a walk.
I thought that was funny. They're like, oh.
And honestly, it's like if you close off more and get over the top, that's a backdoor curveball for strike one. Center fielder for Brazos Valley, Christian Smith-Johnson.
Beer may not be $1, but you can still purchase some. So
there's that to the backstop. And Laranga's going to move up to second with nobody out.
I think the people in the stands are going to come after this guy. Not only did you not take away my $1 beer, you got a second base. The people were like, you can still buy some.
Shows bunt, pulls it back. Does Smith-Johnson. Milan's crashing way hard. That was huge. And Preston covering, of course. He's like, oh, you want to do that? We'll field that bunt. We'll hold the lead runner, too. But Giannis plays a good first base. Ooh. Down on the dirt from Longshore. 2-1. I would think as a center fielder, of course, Smith-Johnson runs well, is a threat to bunt. You would probably want to go down the third base line if you are trying to slash. Like, it's in between. You're bunting for a base hit, but you're also trying to move the runner. So even if you don't get the hit, value added. Laronga jumping off a second, and there's the bunt, and they're going to get him. Nice play by Millians. That right there, folks, was about as good as it gets. The only level of first base play I've ever seen on that kind of bunt was like Keith Hernandez in Cincinnati. Keith Hernandez, notoriously amazing Gold Glove first baseman, anticipating that kind of stuff. You want to try that. And Milans erases the lead runner. What a piece of fielding.
Most people probably would have just stepped back and got the
amazing, because you got to get the throw right.
Yeah.
You can't blow the throw. So, wow. I don't know if that's a heck of a, that's graduate level. That's Oxford Graduate School in England. Harvard MBA graduate level play right there. Nice
he definitely
play,
went to MIT.
Mr. Milans. Thing of beauty. Shot, that's, I don't know. Our outfielders cover a lot of ground. Can't get to that one out there. And right, it's Rook's in tonight, and he can run well. So Rook can't get it. Nobody can.
Nobody can. Even King Griffey Jr. would have struggled with that.
So it's a 3-5 is how you rule that bunt. Wow. Still in awe of that defensive play. This is going to be Robert Oropesa. There goes the runner. Throw down from Moncrief on the money. And they call him out. They got him. That was a close play. Smith Johnson, semi-argument. It was very close. Good tag. That was Freeman on the tag? That Hector. Nice. So
that was ball 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
That throw.
But so that's a second out.
2-1.
Smith Johnson, Moncrief, great throw. Outer save. We don't have instant replay, but you got to make a heck of a throw to get Smith Johnson, or at least make it reasonable doubt in the umpire's mind to get that call.
If you did miss that throw, you can rewind it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you can't throw it and be like a half hour late with Smith Johnson just sliding in, popping up. No, so it was a heck of a throw by Moncrief right there. Back to Robert Oropesa. Let me check the lineups here. Mr. Oropesa is playing second. Bounced. The second baseman tonight. So amazing defense from the Sturs on top of
that nice
pretty good leadoff inning offense. Breaking ball way outside from Longshore. So Oropesa's aboard on the base on balls, but it's absolutely more dangerous than Ramadi in the Anbar province in 2006, 2007 with sniper fire. You get taken out by Milans, you get gunned down by Moncrief. Go station to station to survive these base pass folks. Back to the top of the order.
I don't know if the TCL has a top 10 play, but that Gavin play would have definitely.
Yeah, I think I got that all
was a top 10
on the feed. Hopefully, I'm going to go back and snip that one. That was a thing of beauty.
I keep hitting this button here, and it takes away the screen. I'm, you know what I mean?
So we got Oropesa at 4 at first. Checks it. He did. No, he called that a ball? What are you talking about? If he'd have hit it, it'd have been a flipping double. That's how full that swing was. 2-0. Here's your lead. Shot out to right. And Holden Rook's going to snare that. And that'll end the top of 3. We'll go to bottom 3, folks.
10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive a light, and I don't bite.
All right,
Fly
we're
over there.
back. In between inning warm-ups seem to get quicker as the game goes on. Like, dude, I only need like 3 warm-up pitches. I'm good. Yeah, I have to keep warming up. All right, leading off for your River Monsters going to be Luke Powell.
More like Luke Powell.
Union College, San Clemente, California. I'm thinking about San Clemente other than I like saying it.
Sounds cool. You know what I like
Sounds
saying?
awesome.
San Dimas.
San Dimas, that town?
Because you said Clemente. I was like, you know what? San Dimas.
Driven up the middle. Is that going to drop? Christian Smith-Johnson running catch on the kind of dying line drive. You got to take the right first step as a center fielder. You jab step back, that's a hit. But he gets a good first step on it. So 1 down. F8. Mr. Preston Freeman making plays at second base. Mr. Forey deals a fastball. Freeman swings through. Came up with a plan in mind, hunting that first pitch. 0-1. Forey. Bounce foul by Freeman.
0-2.
Who's that one? I never use that cam, though. That's only for looking at how big is your lead. That's the how big is your lead cam.
Sponsored by HowBigIsYourLead.com.
Yep. Fouled out by Freeman.
I wouldn't say go to that if that's a real website. I wouldn't say, I don't know.
It's the problem with this camera is it's just like a really narrow field of view. You don't get that.
Yeah.
Forey working faster, I'll say that. He's making a point to deliver. Freeman bounces it up the middle, and with him, you got to make it clean, and you didn't. So Freeman's aboard on an error. Freeman singled. Now he's on. But he's put the ball in play. Both tough plays. That one, like the one in the hole in the first inning, definitely hit. That one, I think, if second baseman clean gloves it, you probably can make the throw and get the speedy Freeman. So that's a reached on error.
You know the good thing about all your Sunny and all this sugar? He's definitely going to be out for the ride home.
It's just going to crash out.
So,
I want him to get a foul ball. That's like the greatest feeling in the world.
correct.
Bounce to third, and it gets through. I'm sorry, on the wrong camera. And Freeman's going to hustle, and he's going to third. And Arias cruises into second. But it bounced right off the third baseman's glove. You actually have to rule that an error. He should have made that play. So
But now
Xavier
we have
Arias, two-base double.
both
Freeman
running.
goes to third. So 1 down for Milans.
I will say with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position, I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
I'm calling 3-run dong right now because he's in the zone based on the fielding play. Forey starts him off with a breaker for strike 1. Man, oh man. Corners in, bounce foul, hacking.
Did you see that video? I don't know if you saw it. There's this kid. I think he's like 7 years old. He's like an umpire, or he's an aspiring umpire,
No, I didn't see
and
that.
he's like 7 years old. I think it is, or something like that. He's young. It's crazy.
Love of the game.
Yeah, he's
Like I said,
young,
love of the game.
and it's awesome because he knows like every call. He knows like his.
Up and into
like,
Milans.
I saw there was a clip where he was throwing somebody out, and that was really cool looking. He's like, "You're out of here."
1-2 to Milans. Xavier Arias at second. Preston Freeman at third. Ooh. Man. Milans did not get cheated. So Forey gets him on the K. 2 down. And that'll bring up Holden Rook, your right fielder. return of the Mac, and Holden Rook is the
I
Mac.
love this dude's walk up, his song, his like approach. He kind of like does this cool little dance thing, whatever it is.
Forey working fast again. Driven out
nice.
to left. It's skied, really. Camping under it as the left fielder, and he makes the catch. So threat averted by Brazos Valley. But 2 runners on. Creatively, really, I think probably both properly ruled errors. They were off the gloves of both the fielders in that situation. So end of 3, and we'll go to the top of 4. Game's cruising right along. Folks, we're back. Get the audio without blowing your eardrums out. Test, test, test. So there we are. Zach Longshore cruising on cruise control. 3 innings shutout baseball. We go to the top of 4. Get the slider up there.
Shout out to the kid down there wearing the mission hat.
Yep.
What's up?
San Antonio Missions. Longshore. Oh, hit out to right. On his horse in foul ground, not going to get there. And that and right tonight for us is because it was not Xavier's playing second tonight. So, oh, that's Zach Henry out there. Zach Henry, valiant effort. I have a funny story about cruise control. You want to hear it?
Sure. Please.
So the old man worked for Northrop Grumman, engineering outfit out of Los Angeles in the 80s, responsible for developing the stealth bomber. And they had a fighter pilot who was a well-known test pilot from South Korea, came over to test some platforms outside, 1-1. And I don't really know. I mean, South Korea, they have highways and freeways and stuff, but I guess this guy he lived in like Seoul or something. He just didn't drive a whole lot. So he got a car. Or like they rented him like an RV or something. Because he was in town for a few weeks, like testing out jets, and he thought cruise control was like autopilot.
Oh, I've definitely heard stories about that.
So this dude is just like driving down the freeway in L.A., swing and a miss, nastiness off speed from Zach Longshore.
Swing and a miss on the freeway of L.A.
So he's just driving his RV down the freeway in L.A., puts it on cruise control, and then walks to the back of the RV to make a cup of coffee.
Okay, so there's a similar story. I don't know.
I don't know if it's made up. Shout out to right. That's going to drop, and it's probably going to be extra. Zach Henry rounds it off. He's going to make the throw. The play at second, no throw. He was in there.
You want to hear a similar story I've heard?
Yep.
there was a story. I don't know how true it is, but there was a
Cole
story.
Modling, by the way. The leadoff. Sorry, I just gotta give Mr. Modling credit for a leadoff double. Go ahead, bud.
Okay. There was this story one time. It's very, very, very similar. This guy thought cruise control, like you said, was autopilot. So he was driving like this van,
Cole Plowman.
and
Right.
so he goes into the back of the van to lay down and go to sleep. He puts it on cruise control, and obviously the van crashes and he dies.
Could be just urban.
But
those-
it was a story
urban
I was
lore.
told one time when I was younger, and I don't know if I believe it or how real it is, but it was too.
Cole
it was too
Plowman
similar to
drives it to
yours.
center, going back on the ball at the
Oh.
wall. And that is a 2-run homer by Cole Plowman to tie the ball game. Crack of the bat.
It's not what we wanted to see here, folks.
Kyle Atkinson turned his
Not
back
good.
and was sprinting to the wall. Any chance to rob it, but it's tough to get back in time. You just don't play that deep in the
Yeah.
TCL. So Plowman showing why he's in the 3-hole. 2-run ding-a-ling. Not to tie the ball game, by the way. Brand new ball game near the 4th. While we're talking about cruise control stories, Plowman absolutely plows the baseball directly over center, and he's heard that punt a million times, but it's rated. Longshore with a bender to second, right at Preston Freeman. Line drive, 1 down.
Let that 2-run home run. Let's not take away what the pitcher's done here tonight, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Longshore's been playing
Longshore's
well.
pitching a good game.
Yeah, Longshore's been
2
great.
through 4, he's been great. Plowman, just got to tip your cap sometimes, folks.
There's pitchers who have pitched amazing games and just gave up a couple of runs, but it doesn't mean anything.
So that was Ben Columbus lining out. This is Maddox Meese. Mr. Meese, freshman from San Antonio, also going to Abilene Christian. Probably knows Mr. Holdenrook. Checked it. Umpire not believing the arguments that he went. Says he held up 1-1 to Mr. Meese from Abilene Christian. He's playing left tonight. Paints outside corner with an off-speed pitch, does Longshore, working his way back. Oh, nice. I appreciate that. Oh, there's a ground ball to second. Freeman up with it on to first, and we'd like to welcome the big G, Mr. Gigliotti. Your son doing fantastic things out in Seguin, Texas, all the way around, supporting the community and bringing great baseball product, and we are all eternally grateful. So shout out to the Gigliotti family. Thank you for giving us New York's favorite son here in Texas. Lined out to right. That's in the corner. This camera will get it. That's going to go for extras. Is it a triple is the question. And he's rounding.
That's going to be
And
a
he's on
triple.
his horse. And there's the throw to third. And they got him. They got him. Oh, yeah.
He thought he was going for a triple.
He was on his horse. He was galloping. He was whipping the hiney of that horse trying to get to third, but gun down. Gun down in the act, and that'll do it, folks. Hit hard. Let's see, who was that? That was line out 4. Modling. I'm missing an out somewhere, but that's the end of the inning. There we go. Get some bum music up, though. Mr. Monkaroo leading off. New pitcher for Brazos. Chandler Benson. Starts off with a strike. I don't know what your thoughts are on Mr. Forey's start, but he did walk a lot for Brazos Valley, so they've rolled over to Chandler Benson.
Can't have those walks, buddy.
But it's a tie ball game now. Monkaroo from the right side bounced way down and in. Do you let that hit you in the shoe?
I do. Any ball that's close to my body part, I'm letting it hit it.
Are you wearing the protective gear, Dutch? That's my question. Because that seems like a good idea these days. I would.
Yeah.
I had a little shin guard.
I like shin guards, elbow guards.
Let's see. That's getting over there. And he's going to make the catch. Out number 1.
I wouldn't go as far as Barry Bonds, but
You wouldn't go full armor?
no, but I would have a shin guard, a helmet guard, and then an elbow pad. Probably like a wrist guard too.
Yep. F9. Yeah, I would get one on the hand. Your hand gets broke a lot when they come up and in.
Yeah,
It
just
seems
'cause,
like to me.
your body's too fragile, and you don't want to
You miss so many games.
you don't want to be like Pete Alonso and get hit.
Atkinson sells out for strike 1. Yeah, Alonso, and then wasn't it who broke their hand on the WBC? It was Altuve.
Yeah, Altuve.
Because Bard was going crazy wild.
Of course, I'll keep my opinions to myself about how I feel about Alonso, but
You
he's
don't like? Are you a fan or not a fan? I don't know.
not a fan of Alonso. He talks
Checks
too much
it.
mess, and the Mets are, but that's just my opinion. I can't really.
The Mets payroll is amazing. I recommend everybody go to Spot Track. Swings through another heater, so on comes Benson, and he's pumping in high petrol and gets Atkinson.
Like, who was it the other night? He had the game where he's like, throw it at me again, or something like, throw again, or something like that.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just lucky to make contact. I wouldn't be taunting any pitchers.
Yeah. Because they have the power, they have the ball. They can easily throw at you and hit you next time.
Oh, fastball up. So here's Zach Henry. The lefty for Benson. You always feel like they're going to break off that off-speed fastball again, but then they pitch in reverse in this league, don't they? Advanced pitch calling. Like, you're looking for the curveball. We're just going to keep pumping fastballs. It says one.
It's my kid's birthday. It's his 10th birthday. Is there any way you could announce it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, come on in here so we can get your name.
Announcing birthdays. That is important business, I have to say.
Our announcer just ran down there to do something, but write their name down there.
All right. Back to it. Zach Henry, I think the count is 1-2. Fouled off because Dutch is keeping me up on this scoreboard. 1-2. If you do come to the park, come up to the booth, we will announce your birthday. When's your birthday, Dutch? Don't give out personal information online.
When's my birthday?
Don't give out personal information online.
It is a day of the year.
That's what I like. Protecting.
But
Protect with 2.
I will say this. If you
Jammed
want
up
my
the
actual
middle.
birthday, I will tell it to you.
Play it first. Going to be close.
Safe.
And they call him safe.
My birthday is September 19th. So if you want to give me any gifts, go right ahead. I will accept them.
For identity theft purposes, that's totally not it. So Zach Henry,
Oh, I'm not worried about that.
you're like, you want to take my identity, take my debt, or you don't have any debt?
Because, I mean, if you want my stuff, you could easily get it. Giving out my birthday is really not going to help protect me.
All right, let's remember that. Here's Hector from the right side. Oh, and they get him at first, so that does it. Some infield playing, but Hector Rodriguez bounces a short one to the 6 hole, comes up with a run and play, and that does it for the River Monsters. 2-2, and we're flying through this game, going to the top of the 5th. What's up, bud?
You're the DJ now. Because,
All right, the lights are officially on in the press booth.
That means it's getting dark.
The sun is setting, and this is the sunset cam right here. Look at this shot right here, Dutch.
It's beautiful.
Whew, painted
It's
clouds
nice.
like Bob Ross right there. Laranga takes down 1-0. Mr. Laranga.
I don't want to see this crowd go nuts like a riot, so just
Temple
strike out,
College.
please.
Longshore still dealing. That gets through the hole. So that'll be a single for Laranga. He walked last time, been on base twice.
He's being positive about it.
Longshore's a workhorse. There's nobody warming in the bullpen.
Like, can we call him El Caballo,
way
the
we-
horse?
Let me look at how many double. Yeah, you can call him. Absolutely call him El Caballo.
I'm calling him El Caballo.
Let's see how many double plays we got here. There's been a couple line-out double plays. There's one in the first.
El Caballo.
Oh, no. So Laranga aboard. Christian Johnson-Smith bunting again down third. They're going to call that a foul ball. That kind of speed, it's a good idea. And again, he's doing that for like bunt for base hit if you can pull it off. But if not, it works as well with a sacrifice. So good fundamental baseball from Christian Smith Johnson. But it's a bouncing strike. 0-1.
With these hot summer games, man, I feel like I've bought more Gatorade in my life than I've ever bought in these last couple weeks. Swear to God.
Whoa.
But you know what? I like Gatorade, so I'm not
I'm
gonna
with
argue.
you on that. Like our routine, we come out in the Kia Sedona together is hit the Valero and get like 4 Gatorades.
Correct. Unfortunately, today we didn't get to do that because I was like far away.
We were both battling traffic in random directions.
Dude, like, yeah, it added like 20 extra minutes on my travel because I literally was in park for like 10 minutes.
Bunt
on the
attempt
highway.
again, and it's a good one, and it's totally vacated, and I didn't do good camera work. So there's some miscommunication because Preston Freeman was like crashing to cover second, and Christian Smith Johnson just pushed a perfect bunt past the pitcher right at the 4-hole, and there was nobody home. So bunt for base hit right there. That's a single.
You said that you didn't do camera work, but they had your audio, so they had the visual.
Yeah, I was captivated.
Visuals count.
Attempted a bunt again here, playing small ball from Robert Oropeza.
That's about.
So Brazos Valley doing the fundamentals.
That's what I like about radio so much is how well you have to do it to make visuals of people who aren't able to like see it. You know.
Milan's way in on the grass to see if he can do another Keith Hernandez move.
I see it.
Big bending breaking ball way outside. 1-1. But Milan's defends so well. And in this situation, you can cut him down with a force. There's no tag even at third. So you got to be careful. Bounce, that makes no difference now because everybody will advance on the pass ball or wild pitch, depending on how you rule that. So 2-1, everybody moves up. Runners to second and third, nobody down. This is where Longshore just needs to strike out the side, Dutch. That's all I'm saying.
He can do it.
You can do it.
He's
Dutch?
El Caballo. That's the name I'm giving him now. El Caballo.
For Longshore, the batter.
Longshore.
Longshore's
He's the horse.
He is the horse, and he paints inside corner but does not get the call. So 3-1. Dutch Chattahoochee, my personal opinion, the best color man in the league. I'm biased, but that's how I call it. I call it the way I see it.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to say what you want.
Infield is fully in, and it's bounced, so the runners have to hold, and the play is made over to first. So that was actually, I don't know what you think, but like that was bounced high enough. If you broke, it would have been a really difficult play to make at the plate, but the
Yeah.
runner did not go.
I would have.
Laranga stayed home because the infield was in, so that paid off right there.
Because I think with 2 men on, you don't want to take a chance of losing that runner. So
And that was Casey Sinceri. No, that wasn't. That was Oropeza.
I see all these people getting nachos.
Oh, we do got a new pitcher.
Uh-oh.
So Longshore, give him a round of applause, folks. Great start, quality start. Goes 4 1/3. Only gives up 2. That's a good start. 3 blanks to start.
I like that stat line.
Yeah, absolutely. Colton Graham, Hobbs, New Mexico Junior College.
Graham Cracker himself.
They will be in relief. We'll let them get warm. All right,
We're sponsored by ourselves.
coming back. Top of the order for Brazos Valley is going to be Casey Sunseri, the third baseman. Made a good play at third tonight for sure. And here's Colton Graham with 2 on. Infield is still in, by the way. Oh my gosh, plunks him
He looks
right
mad.
off the
He
hip.
looks a little upset there, buddy. Calm down.
He's not doing that on purpose in that spot. Not with this score. So Sunseri trots down to first.
Bases are loaded, unfortunately.
Bases are loaded. The only advantage you get is the force is a huge defensive advantage. You don't really want the extra runners this early in the game, but you can cut them down first without, or cut them down at home without the tag.
I will say a double play here would fix everything.
Yes, it would. And honestly, this, I just had a vision. I have to listen to my visions. Bounce ball, back to Colton, goes to home. Moncrief on a first, double play. The old 1-2-3 double play.
One of the nicest you'll see.
Ooh, outside, but Colton Graham falling off the mound. He is. Bases jammed and jam-packed.
He
for
spoke like
Brazos.
Yoda falling off the mound. He is.
Yes, I did. Do the reverso.
I also like when especially a lot of country people, they say something and then they'll say the same thing over, kind of like this food.
Crush,
They'll
but
say
foul.
they'll be like, "This food is good. It is."
Yeah. Cole Modgeling was the guy with the double. I think he led off with a double right before Plowman's dong. He's got high socks as well, Dutch, so that's
This is my guy.
in, and he plunks him.
Uh-oh.
Colton Graham comes in and plunks 2. Let's see here. Laranga's going to score on the hit batsman. And Modgeling down to first with a slight limp. Hope he's okay. Colton Graham. A little bit of wildness. None of those are intentional on
Yeah.
this situation. So base is still packed for Mr. Plowman, who went over the center field wall last time.
I think I heard somebody say "do it again." I was like, "Who's this guy?" I don't know.
Backdoor breaking ball right there for strike 1. At this point, obviously, careful with Plowman.
Is that the guy that hit the home run last
He
time?
is.
Yeah. So we don't want to see that again.
You're on notice of the power. And that's the second time that Colton Graham's kind of looked funny falling off the mound and hopping. So I'm not sure if he's dealing with an injury or if he just doesn't like the holes in the mound. A lot of times what you'll have is the pitchers who've worked before you have landed in the same spot and created a really big hole
Oh, their plant foot.
Yeah, their land foot and their dig plant foot as they push off the rubber creates like different holes up there. And if their like land foot hole is just like a couple inches to the side, or you're like landing kind of off funny in their hole, it can throw you off. And I don't know if that's what he's dealing with.
It's possible.
But it's 1 and 2 to Plowman, but he's looked funny on his follow through a couple times. 1-2. Fastball. Plowman bounces it.
I think after 2 strikes, if you hit a couple fouls, you get out. I think that's what we're looking at, right?
He's working in the rule book. Just let him know.
He's like, you're out.
The rule changing process, MLB. Rule changing process is about 4 minutes with about 1 minute of pre-thought. That's how they do it in MLB. Plowman swings through a Colton Graham breaking ball. Nasty. And Plowman down on strikes. So the home run avenged somewhat. The K. Colton Graham. Nasty stuff right there. I think that's 2 down. And here's your man, Ben Columbus from Nebraska.
Anybody from Nebraska has my votes.
British Columbia by way of Lincoln.
By way of Lincoln.
See, that's again, Graham goes down.
It looks like that's what it might be because he's kicking it there.
Working on
Yeah.
it. His front foot land foot is landing in somebody else's hole. That's awkward for him. 1-0.
Isn't Freddie Freeman Canadian too?
It could be. I know Votto is. I think you're right.
Votto is a baseball god.
He
I love
is.
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto is a Renaissance man, a strange mystical being, and a great hitter.
He
And
interacts with the fans a lot too.
he does. And
He
he's a
always-
lifetime Red. One organization. You love that.
Yeah.
Ooh. I have no idea where that pitch missed. I guess belt high down Broadway doesn't qualify. Okay. 3-0 to Mr. Columbus.
I mean, he could hit into double play. I mean, we wouldn't argue it.
That should be a makeup call. All right, 3-1.
When you played, did you ever yell at the umpire on any occasion?
A few times. I got ejected once, I think.
I think most players at least once have said something aggressive.
You should call that a strike just because the other one you didn't call a strike. So he walks him in because we were deciding to pinch the zone. Nice. So
4-2 now, Brazos Valley.
another run across.
Not what we want to see.
It's Christian Smith Johnson scoring on the walk right there. 4-2. And his way to Maddox Misi. Nice breaking stuff featured by Mr. Graham. That is a hard breaking slider right there. I mean, it jumps when it decides to break out of that fastball path. There it is again. He bounces it. 1-1.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that mound. Like, because he keeps like, kind of like not falling, but kind of stumbling a little bit.
Yeah, they might. I don't know if you can the coach can do like a timeout maybe and do some groundskeeping because that's part of the issue right there is the land foot. It's sometimes to mitigate. I pitched on mounds where it was I normally liked pitching as a lefty off the first base side of the rubber, so I was kind of coming at a harder angle. But see, that he's saying that's up, but that's basically grooved. It's like a belt high. If we're gonna do that kind of zone, so we're gonna just do that kind of zone. Where if it's at the catcher's mask, it's too high. I don't think that's too high.
I'm not arguing with the umpire, but I think some of those calls were kind of not right.
Well, I'm just saying that ball is piped down the plate,
Yeah,
and it's actually not where you want it as a pitcher because it's in the wheelhouse. I mean, it's slightly up if you're swinging through it. I don't know. I'm starting to gripe, but I'm just saying.
You're allowed to gripe. You can be a homer.
I mean, we're walking dudes in, and we won't give a high strike. I digress. But what you'll do is, there's holes on the mound, and you normally pitching on this side of the rubber. You'll actually move, and it kind of messes you up. You'll move to the other side of the rubber you normally don't like to pitch from, and now you've just have like a different angle on your slide, your slider and breaking ball and other things, just because you're trying to not land in that hole. So now we're to Jordan Medellin, I believe, from the left side. I guess he switches.
There we go.
Number 8.
Finally gave a strike.
Yep, Jordan Medellin,
shocked.
sophomore from League City, Texas, going to Baylor.
Baylor's a good school.
It is a good school. God, I call that a strike. I'm a little worried about this dude's zone.
I will
right
say,
now.
though, like at the same time, any school that you go to is a good school.
That's true.
So you are furthering your education, so you can't really argue against it.
I'm on board with you there.
And the good thing about you getting college education is, like,
Oh.
if baseball doesn't work out, you definitely have something to fall back on.
Filthy back foot slider. Medellin doesn't chase.
So I would assume
any
he's going
education.
there for medical. I think Baylor specializes in medical, right?
They do have a good medical center
Yes,
in Houston.
sir.
I know that.
Yeah. It's kind of like their thing.
This guy ain't giving nothing.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 to
it should have been 3
Medellin.
strikes already, but
Colton Graham has got to basically pipe the ball. Bounced. They're gonna Preston's gonna go the short way and cut down the runner, and that'll end it. But not before 3 come across. Now it's a 5-3 Brazos lead on the free passes. And I'm just gonna hold my tongue on some of those calls there. So
you'll keep professional.
yeah. All right, we're back, folks. Luke Powell cleanup, leading it off here, bottom of 5. Got Mr. Chandler Benson still going for Brazos Valley. Throwing cheddar cheese balls from the left side. Let's see if Henry can get into one, and he takes a hack like he wants to. I like that swing right there. Get your money's worth, they say.
We still have 5 more bottom of the half innings to make this comeback here.
Oh, yeah. Hit hard. That's going to get through. Drives the line drive between the 6-5 hole, the 5-6 hole, if I can talk right. So single for
Was that a
Powell.
rally call hit right there?
Yep. You called it, bud. So Powell aboard leadoff. And here is Mr. Preston Freeman. That's what Powell's lead looks like right there. Haven't seen the left-handed move from Benson, and he plunks Freeman. Turns away from it, jogs down like a champ, and we got 2 runners on. So let's see if we get some runs back. Xavier Arias runs well. So this is a situation where, much like Christian Smith, you have the opportunity to bunt for base hit / sack bunt, and you get 2 dudes over, get a run back. Possible. I don't know. But got the. All right. Meeting on the mound. Meeting of the minds. Always think of the Bull Durham meeting on the mound. Gonna sacrifice a chicken, and we don't know what to get Millie and Bobby for their wedding reception.
That's what I always imagine, that when they have
Millie
it, they're
and
not
Billy.
even
I
talking.
forget what the guy's name was. What's that?
That's what I always imagine too. Like when they're having a meeting, it's not even about baseball; it's just about random stuff.
Yeah.
So what are we going for dinner after this?
Exactly what they talked about. They've decided where they're going for dinner, folks.
I know where they're going.
Where's that, bud?
Trey Roberts Fried Chicken and Crowder.
They decided that.
Yeah. Coming soon to a Texas
Get some
city near you.
Get some fresh Crowder.
Oh, yeah.
Xavier Arias going to be our batter in a prime small ball location. First and second. Nobody out, and he's hacking away at the first one. Love to see it.
But we still have no outs, so plenty
Nobody
of
out.
outs to work with here.
First baseman's in on the cut of the grass. Benson from the stretch. Arias still swinging and swings through the fastball. 0-2. Benson's not afraid to just reach back, grab his fastball, and let it loose. I wouldn't describe him as the trademark crafty lefty. He's throwing some heat. Put a little Louisiana hot sauce on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite hot sauce, by the way. So I think that's an excellent.
How do you feel about Valentina?
I love Valentino.
Valentina?
There's not a lot that I don't like, but I do have my favorites for sure.
Sky to center. Hit hard back. That's tagging as a runner. Advancing to third. There's going to be a throw. Great, strong throw by Smith-Johnson. Wow.
I will say, though, Valentino is definitely up there. The big old bottle you can find on the stores.
Yeah. Valentino. What's the other one? Cholula. You know? So here's Mr. Milan's. 2 on for him.
That's the one. That one's okay. Chalupa, whatever it's called.
Yeah. So Luke Powell advances on it, but not before Christian Smith-Johnson shows a pretty big arm.
If we're talking like Mexican hot sauce, Herdez is probably one of my
Power
up there.
versus power. It's absolutely skied. Could be trouble because it went so far up into the atmosphere, but the catch is made. So Milan just misses getting into one. Mr. Milan's first pitch hunting the fastball, and he barreled it but skied it. That'd have gone a mile. So F6 of the second out. Still a chance for Mr. Holden Rook here to drive some runs across. Benson with a fastball again. The size on Mr. Benson. He's eating his Wheaties.
His Wheaties.
6 feet, 185 from Frisco. Guess where he's also going to school, buddy?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Came down here with your buddy Ben Columbus.
And you know the best
Probably
part?
roommates.
He's also from Frisco. That's a good city.
Frisco to Nebraska, British Columbia. Inside. Doesn't get the call. Minuscule strike zone happening tonight. So at least it goes both ways. 1-1. To Mr. Rook. Benson from the stretch delivers. Way outside. I think if you're facing Mr. Chandler Benson, just look fastball. Throw the slider, it's probably just going to be good night anyway. But you got to sit that fastball. Fouled off. 2-2. Like, this is the point. This is what I say. Like, in my time machine brain, if I was in the box, like, I don't even care, dude. I'm still sitting fastball. If you throw a slider, I'm out.
Yeah.
You throw it anywhere in the zone, I can't hit it. I'm not going to make that adjustment. But
Like, what
just
was
heat. It's just heat. So fastball up.
Like, there was an Earl Weaver quote. I can't remember what player he was talking about. He's like, I don't know anything about him. All I know is he can't hit a slider or something like that.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh, somebody who played for him. Jim
Yeah.
Palmer said the only thing he knows about Major League pitching is he can't hit it.
Yeah, there we go. That's what, I knew it was something along those lines.
Fastball again, and it's by Mr. Rook. So Gets the K, strands 2 do the stirs, and we are going to go into the top of the 6th as this game is just flying. Uh-oh, folks. Beer batter. Those keep track at home.
This guy strikes out. There's $1 beer waiting for you.
Honestly, is it something against Larong? I think Laronga's been the beer batter twice tonight. Is it the batter you just picked the guy in the lineup?
I think it's the first guy up.
The first guy up.
Yeah.
In certain innings. Well, Laronga's twice been the beer batter. They should just call that a strike for beer's sake. Checked it. Yes, he did. 2-0. Grumblings and groanings.
I mean, I wouldn't argue with the fans who started to riot. They have that right now with these calls.
Bounces it. Again, issues with the mound. Colton Graham goes 3-0. Mr. Liam, see how he's doing.
He's definitely having a good
Oh,
time.
you got a ball. Good job, bud. Yes, sir.
Because I'm getting tired with it on.
Okay, buddy.
I'm getting really hot.
All right, we've got a 6-year-old in the booth. And there he goes. All right.
I learned a lot about
3-1.
baseball through him.
I'll tell you what, Liam's great. And I think he's going to I'm going to remember that in the 6th. He came up to the booth, and he's having a great time. Yep. Absolute great time. So Laronga on base on balls down at first. So we're still paying full price for beer, folks. And here is Mr. Christian Smith Johnson. Did you see that throw he made from center? I was like, no way. You're just going to like eat it and get it in, but he hosed it. I mean, he wasn't going to get him, but he unleashed it. 6-2, North Richland Hills, A&M Corpus, Mr. Smith Johnson.
It'd be cool if we could mic up the coaches and see what they were talking about when they go out there.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll tell you what, man.
So pitch change for the Stirs. Colton Graham out. Maybe for the better so we can do some mound maintenance. He has good stuff, but it was non-compliant. All right. Some bumper music. Go back to it. Dutch. James Tello on to pitch. Mr. James Tello. Crafty right-hander, love his stuff.
You know, I will argue that you should be allowed to listen to your theme song while you pitch in the game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Not only does it confuse the away batters, but it gets you hyped up.
Exactly. Add the degree of difficulty. Oh, my goodness. Out to left, but right at Zach Henry, and he makes the catch. Hit hard. Christian Smith-Johnson showing all tools tonight. Running, of course, he did get thrown out, but he's got wheels. And fielding, throwing, bunting, hitting. So, but for not, it's an F7, but he hit it hard.
It's the potential that he has.
That's right.
He may have got thrown out, but we noticed he can run. So
Robert Oropeza, second baseman.
He's a runner.
Brazos Valley. Laranga on first, and Tello. Tello works the contact, and he'll sneak it by you if you're not paying attention. But I like the cut of this man's jib, as I like to say on many occasions. Bounced into the hole, though. So Laranga will stop at second. It's a one-out single for Mr. Oropeza. Back to the top of the order, Casey Sunseri, third baseman.
I want to get this.
You like that?
I like the crickets. It's so funny.
Crickets. They got some good little sound effects.
I know if I was batting, I'd be like, dude, I'd be so mad. Like, really? That's why you play it, though, to distract the batter.
Tello with a nice breaking ball, and we're not going to call that a strike just because that would be...
That'd be the correct thing to do.
That's just going to be a ball.
I'm not hating the umpires. I respect them, but sometimes I just wish they would make the right call.
Like, dude, we don't need the tiniest zone. Skied. Freeman, but Rook's calling for it, so there's going to be a tag play possibly. Nope. Too shallow to right, so Rook puts that one away. And Sunseri is the second out. So two fly balls induced by Tello. F7, F9. Maybe he goes to F8 and can get all the outfielders.
Jello Tello.
Get all the outfielders. I'm calling fly ball to center here.
I think
for
I'm like
Cole Modgeling.
I think I'm like you in the sense that like nicknames just come natural. Like when I'm talking about somebody, I just think of a nickname right away.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I like it. Part of baseball is creativity, and anything goes in this broadcast.
Because I either call people like by their name or usually by their last name a lot of times.
Yep.
How about Mr. Graham?
Most of my nicknames miss. Players don't like them.
I wouldn't say most. It was just that one.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great nickname.
I thought it was
hilarious.
pretty great, too.
It was hilarious.
Because everybody likes gravy, right?
Correct.
Gravy,
All kinds of
Davey
gravy.
Wilson.
Brown gravy, turkey gravy, country gravy.
Line drive up the middle. There's going to be a play. He had to charge that, and that gets away. And 2 runs are going to score. That got by the center fielder. And so now the throw in, Cole Modgeling gets by Atkinson. Atkinson's doing what he could do. The goes to Smokey Joe, semi at fault there, but you got to charge that so hard to make the throw because he was like, I'm going to gun him at the plate. But it gets by him and 2 score. Laranga scores. Oropeza scores. So single error. It would have been, you probably give the RBI to Modgeling for the single. The runner on second. So single and an error that gives 2 extra bases. And he starts off Mr. Plowman with a strike, but unfortunate turn of events there.
Would it be? Could I say that he plows the ball with that?
He plowed that one over center, and I know he's heard that before, but dude, it's
Yeah.
just it's part of life.
There's just some nicknames that when you hear it, it's just stuck with you forever.
Yep.
You know.
So let's hope Tello works him here. And I was saying it like 1 to left, 1 to right. You know the next ball is definitely going to center. Line drive up the middle. And so Plowman drives in Modgeling, and there's another run. So Modgeling scores.
Not looking too bright right now, but again, it's only the top of the 6. So.
We got 4.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. This game's moving.
Games
but
like they
Mr.
said.
Ben Columbus, the Nebraskan counterpart.
As much as I would love to root for
Mr.
this guy,
Benson.
I'm not going to.
Tello. Tello with Plowman out first now. 2 down. Hits it out to right. Going back is Rook, and it's over his head. Rook feeds it into the relay, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Good throw by Rook. But it gets over his head. Hard hit ball. So Columbus with a double. But good defense getting the ball in. Holds the runner up. So that's going to be a double. And Maddox Messi. Maddox Mies. Messi.
This game is not over until everybody leaves the stadium.
I would pronounce his name Mies, honestly, but
Mies.
Maddox Mies. Breaking ball from Tello. And again, he does call it a strike. Okay.
That's a shocker.
It's like, all right. 0-1, 2 down.
But again, I
Mies.
will say the umpires have one of the hardest jobs in all of baseball, though, because no matter what you do, it's the wrong call.
That's right. Everybody's after you. Can't make a homer announcer like us, you know?
You know, that's okay. Now, if we were on the ESPN, we'd have to be biased, but we're not.
I have to be like unbiased, and I can't do that.
It's hard.
Breaking ball, fools Mies.
But if you had to be
1-2.
biased, you're like, I'm not being biased, but if I had to pick a winner,
I'm just saying, if you put the Seguin River Monsters in Major League Baseball, they would win the World Series.
they take the
And that's
pennant
what I'm
first
saying.
year, no doubt.
Yep. Another breaking ball. Went back to the well on that one because Mies swung through it. The old Henry Aaron. Here's a little Henry Aaron story. You got his autobiography. And, of course, they didn't change pitchers as much in the old days.
Nah.
Good chance the guy you saw in the first inning was still on the bump like in the 6th. But he would intentionally look bad on a pitch, just like swing through it, give himself a strike. There's a breaking ball that's up, and you can call that a strike if you want to, but you don't. So 2-2. And he goes, I knew by doing that, like that dude would think I can't hit that one very well, and he'll use that like later in the game as a strikeout pitch. He'll go to that,
Yeah.
and I'll be sitting all over it.
I definitely don't like the era of pitch count. I understand it.
Only Henry Aaron would intentionally give himself a strike as part of a deep game strategy.
You mean Henry Aaron, the all-time home run record
Yeah.
guy?
That's what he would do.
Yeah.
He would just like, you're going to throw the sinker? Well, I'll just swing and look like a fool. And now you think you got it. He did that on purpose, and then I know you're going to go to it later.
You know who would swing at everything, even if it was way off the plate? Vladimir
Breaking ball
Guerrero.
from Tello, and you're going to ring him on that. You can't not call that a strike. No argument for Mies. Reverse K ends the inning, but they get 2 more. 8-2.
That was like Vladimir Guerrero. He would swing at everything,
Yeah.
even if it was way off the plate.
Yeah, he'd bounce it off the ground. Vlad'd swing.
So I think my prediction at the beginning of the season of Vlad Guerrero being the home run record holder is not going to happen.
Yeah, and Judge's toe's hurt now, so I don't know what's happening with that bat.
Oh, poor toe is hurt. No, Judge is a good player, but
He is. All right, we'll go to.
you know the thing about Toronto is every year they have all these high hopes and they never deliver. Never.
Well, they got a couple World Series. As a Rangers
Back in
fan,
the
I'm
90s.
quite envious. We have zero World
One out
Series.
away, one catch away. and
Payne.
Cruz dropped it. Just
Max
right
Payne.
there. I remember that, dude. I was watching it, and it was like, oh, they're going to win the World Series. And he
10,000 feet. Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I take you along. Move like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I travel light, and I don't bite. the Atlantic. Take off for a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves.
All right, and we're back. Caden Moncrief leading it off. Your backstop caught a good game tonight. Got a steep mountain to climb, folks. I'll just say that.
This is definitely a Mount Everest climb.
It's a steep one, not out of reach. You get a couple here, right? 6-run ball game.
So all you need is one guy to get on.
Working from behind. Let's see here. Oh. Swings through. Can't hear yours?
No, I'm just seeing why your orange button was selected.
Oh, I don't even know. Test. I don't know. One of them always has to be selected, I guess. I don't know. But your mic is on, bud.
Yeah. I was just every time I see something light up, I'm like, what is that?
Oh, and Christian Smith-Johnson will make that catch. Kind of no man's land. But that is going to be Caden Moncrief, F8. Leadoff man Kyle Atkinson, couple doubles tonight. And your new pitcher, by the way, is Caden Crawford. Caden Crawford's your new Brazos Valley pitcher as he breaks off a breaking ball. And at least they're calling that both ways. So 1-0. Mr. Crawford. Let's see where that is. Out behind the shortstop, and he's going to make the catch. Let's see here, Mr. Crawford. Caden Crawford, freshman, Fairfield, Texas. School is Doane. Look that one up. D-O-A-N-E.
Never heard of it.
Doane. So many colleges I haven't heard of.
It's probably an exclusive college. You have to be like super smart to get in there.
So 2 quick outs right there. Caden Crawford induces a fly ball and then another one to shallow left. The shortstop takes it. F6, 2 quick outs. And Preston Freeman doing his job, taking a pitch there. 1-0. Got to give your pitcher some downtime, man. You got to work these counts. Inside. 2-0. So they say if you get 2 quick outs, it's your job as the batter to work the count.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, like you said, you want your pitcher to catch his
You know,
breath.
3 pitches to 3 outs, man. It's brutal. Everybody running back out. Nobody had a chance to even take a breather. All you did was just run in and run right back out.
They have a couple pitchers in the bullpen, kind of moving around.
People getting warm.
Yeah, they're not throwing pitches. They're just kind of like moving around, getting loose, I guess, moving around a little bit, just in case.
Moving.
There we go.
Boiling? Are they simmering? If they're on a pot, they're simmering. It's trying to boil.
They're not boiling, but they're kind of like where the bubbles are on the bottom, where it's starting to boil, but not quite.
Doing the mac and cheese, you get those bubbles.
Yeah.
The boil hasn't happened yet in the bullpen. 2-2 to Preston Freeman and bounces it. That's going to be a full count. Freeman got plunked. No, that was his. I don't know when Freeman got. When did Freeman get plunked? Was his last at bat? I think it was maybe. I didn't mark that right in my book. My book's terrible.
Wow. I have never kept a scorebook, so your scorebook is probably the best I've ever seen.
And back foot breaking ball gets Freeman. I'll take that compliment, Dutch. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So 1, 2, 3.
That's what I'm here for.
Brazos Valley puts down the stirs, and we're going to go into the top of 7th. It's one of the faster-moving TCL games, even though it's an 8-run.
Don't they say the 7th inning is where the magic happens?
That's
So
true. The 7th inning stretch helps mix it up.
That's where the rally starts for the home team?
Maybe we should show like an ATG video to see if a rally happens. Let's go over to our little web. Visit
It
our
definitely
friends.
won't hurt.
At this
I see
point,
people packing their bags. I'm like, what are you doing? You need to stay.
here's the Marines. We'll get some rally Marine. You don't get drafted in the pros, folks. Join the Corps. Go here. Get some bumper music going here. Oh. Get the little bump in there, and then we can go down to, where's the web? Go find some ATG over here. There's okay. We'll go-
So the first time I tried to find him, I typed in AGD and it gave me a fitness channel. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
support MILB Hat Billy,
Yeah.
partner of the River Monsters, in basically supporting us and all the fun that we have. That's a really cool channel, by the way.
I also love the Habilly's narration voice. I think he's really good at
Dude,
narrating
he's
the story.
awesome. He puts together some really cool stuff. You haven't seen that. And of course, ATG.
Because the Habilly guy, he could say something like, if you leave chocolate in the car, it will melt. I was like, you know what? That's so interesting. I appreciate you for that.
I love it. He does some really cool stuff. He mixes in like the weird and eclectic. He'll talk like about a band or Rush or like
Yeah.
the Grand Illusion one was a really good video.
Did you see the picture he posted from Warped Tour from like, I don't know how many years ago, but he had like long hair and he was on Warped Tour. I was like, that's fucking cool. That's nice.
But
Whoa,
ATG is like this.
all the Gregs.
I'll let you go back and get the scoreboard pulled up here for you.
Are you messing up my scoreboard?
Probably. Sorry about that, bud.
I worked hard to code that.
All right, we'll get the bump music down. Voice is back up. Batter's going to be Mr. Tello, starting off with Jordan Medellin, top of
Medellin.
7. But yeah, the ATG guys, coming across them was really fun because I share their sense of humor. Like everything
I
they were
agree.
doing, I thought was so funny. And then they're super baseball knowledgeable, especially like historically.
You know what it reminds me
Breaking
of
ball.
in terms of like delivery?
What's that?
It reminds me of Mitch Hedberg in a way.
Yeah.
Only because like it's super short and to the point. It's not like leading up to something. It's just a burst, which I love.
Yeah.
So
It's deadpan in many ways. They got their joke, but they just do fun, weird stuff. But then they're featuring all this awesome baseball history, and it is just volumes of baseball fun. And if you like MLB The Show, I was like, whatever, video game. I'm not a video game guy, but they're building like historic rosters from like 1918, and like it's just amazing. Yeah, I'm sorry, but they're bringing history to life essentially with the MLB The Show.
my favorite is
Awesome.
that whenever they do the '80s teams, because the '80s baseball is some of my favorite baseball of all time.
Yeah.
And so like they had a game on the other day. It was like the '80s. It was like I forgot what teams it was, but it was so great. I was in there. I was on their Twitch stream watching it. It's kind of cool.
It's super cool. And like the other thing, as Tello deals here 1 and 2 to Mr. Medellin, and he gets him to roll over foul, a breaking ball. But so it's like the bringing history to life when they did the thing for Smokey Joe. So they take painstaking
That took some
detail to
time.
try to do
Yeah.
the face and get like the body type right and the delivery and all this artistic stuff you can do to make it like that dude's really playing. And then you put in the attributes. It's so cool.
Like I just
So-
put the shade on my face. I'm like, that's good. But
Yeah,
they actually
no.
go hardcore into detail.
Oh, and Tello
That's
gets
what
the
I'm talking
high
about.
petrol, and down goes Medellin. That was like the 97 octane or whatever,
Here comes the beer batter.
Another beer batter?
This is the beer batter right here.
All right, Simon Laranga. It is, dude. It's like Simon Laranga is the beer batter.
Oh, okay, so there's a
It just
choke
is him every time.
And I will say it's top of the 7th, so you might as well get your beer right
I don't know if
there.
that's messing with Laranga's head. Laranga
I think it is. It is messing
He's
with
got
him,
2
for
base on
sure.
balls and a single, so it
everybody's
doesn't
paying
seem to
attention.
be. That's a strike. They're loving Tello. You start the beer batter off with a strike man?
The beer man. That should be his new nickname. Hey, beer man.
Mr. Tello, by the way.
Every time I see him, I say, hey, what's up? But
Mr.
Follow the
41
ball.
Amarillo College from Buda,
Buda.
Texas. Mr. Tello is.
I always appreciate a nice pronunciation of that town. Because I think I told you last
good
time.
stuff.
I say Buddha. And I'm like, what's Buddha?
Pronounce it any way you want. If you're going to write your town's name like that and tell us all how to pronounce something that seems straightforward, you deserve what you get. It's B-U-D-A. How do you think people are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
It's like, no,
it's
it's
not
not
like
that.
Bear County. At least it has an XAR, so it makes sense to say Bear because, but
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
If you really want us to say Buddha or Buda, you put a Y in it? I don't know. Tello reaching back and getting some cheese again. 3-1, I think.
these people yelling like.
He's getting the cheese whiz.
He's like, there's a fan. I only have $1.
Breaking ball. That's a strike. It's not. I think the umpire might be a prohibitionist. What was the movement? What was that movement?
Yeah, the prohibition era.
He doesn't want people to have dollar beer. He's a prohibitionist.
He's a good man. He doesn't believe in alcohol for people. He says it's
Tello walks Laronga. Third walk tonight is the beer battle.
you know what he says? It's like it's on the path of addiction. It's
Inexplicable.
Like, let's not get started on this.
You know what it was? It's the temperance movement.
The actual name. I thought you meant. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought
No.
you meant the error, not the actual.
Yeah, it's the Prohibition
okay.
era. It was the temperance movement. So the umpire squeezing the zone on the beer batter. This is announcer's personal opinion, just because I'm extremely biased. You can't listen to me. Maybe modern day temperance movement.
I don't agree with that in the slightest. You should be allowed to choose how to live your
Checks the runner.
life.
Just tell him.
I mean, I come from a family of addicts, but and I was one myself for a while. But you should be allowed to choose your own path.
You built your way back, and now you're here announcing baseball games.
I've cleaned up a lot through the years. That's for
Interesting.
sure.
Personal facts on the broadcast.
I think if you would have met me like 5 years ago, yeah, I wouldn't have. I don't know.
But
I would have showed up to every podcast episode, probably. Still in
just
the.
wild on hair, like a Motley Crue rock star.
There'd be times where I didn't go to bed. I just would party all day and all night. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Christian Smith Johnson, your batter. He's done a lot of different things tonight. Bunt, hit the ball hard, field, everything. Let's see what happens here. Tello, fastball
that's nice.
by you. That's the second fastball. He's just run by a Brazos Valley batter.
You know the thing I love to see is when the dirt comes off that glove. And
Yeah,
ball
the
hits
pop.
It. Yeah.
The pop of the
That's so
catcher's
cool.
glove, you see the dirt snapping out of it.
You could throw like 50 miles an hour, but the dirt makes it look like it's throwing some serious heat.
Tello.
That's actual smoke. It's not even dirt.
Tello finding gears on that machine and
That's going to be a ball.
pass ball.
What's that?
So that's going to be Laronga down to second on that. One down.
Well, we do have one out, so that's good. That's something positive right now.
I like it.
Yeah. Get this
Smith,
guy out.
Smith
and-
Johnson, I don't know what you do because he's a threat to bunt. Man, Milans and Freeman, the
I think
right
he's gonna
side is
bunt
really.
this.
I mean, he would. He's a pretty savvy bunter, but now he's swinging away, fouled off, way out.
It's to the kids. That was cool that your
Tello-
son got a ball. That was nice.
Yeah, he's living the dream. I was like, I've been fighting for a year to get him out to the ballpark because I was like, how much supervision can you do from the booth? Actually, a lot because you can kind of see everything from up here.
Yeah. Plus,
But,
there's a lot of kids for him to play with, so it's
yeah,
not
there's
like
just like-
he's going to be bored.
The vibe is just a lot of kids playing around having a good time as Tello delivers a fastball that's hit hard right at the shortstop. Hector Rodriguez, who gloves it, but no chance to throw back behind and get Laronga. So 2 down, hit hard again by Smith Johnson. That's going to be a line out to 6. 2 down. Robert Oropeza. Is it Oropeza or Oropeza? I'm saying Oropeza. That's what's phonetically the way it's spelled. Oropeza. Oropeza. I'll roll that R. Wrong on second. 2 down to Tello. Delivers a nice breaking ball and gets a strike. Get into the dugout, and the Stirs start working back after we sing our 7th inning stretch song. Tello's working nicely now. Bounces the breaker. 1-1.
I'm not saying you break tradition at all,
Yeah.
but I will say someone does need to write a new 7th inning song.
Well, you know what it was? We both love the Norteño music that would
Oh,
get
yeah.
played on the Mexican League.
I loved it.
So good.
Because I already love, what's it called, Tejano music? I listen to Tejano music all the time. And so anything with a Latin flavor or Spanish or anything, as I love.
There's the Tejano, but then there's like a couple variations that get the, and I think like North Mexico is the Norteño
Yeah.
that we get on the border. It's upbeat and fun. It's like a polka, really. I
Like,
love it.
what is it called? The Tigers of the
Fastball
North. But
crushed out to left, but Zach Henry's under it. He's going to make that catch. So Oropesa flies out, and Tello works a clean bill in the 7th. And we'll go to the 7th inning stretch, folks.
Tigres, Del Noche, everything. Yeah, Del Noche Tigres. That's what it's called, the Tigres of the
I still got this mic on.
Can you do an episode?
No, I'm keeping it off. Pitcher with their pitcher. This is Dalton LeBlanc.
Look at the kid run. You know, they get home, they're probably passing out.
Yeah, Liam's going to pass out on the way home for sure. It's all good. He's done great tonight. He had a great time. He's going to get so many balls and autographs. All right, Genuine. You know what that means.
It's pony time.
Get on the pony and ride on it because Hector Rodriguez is up for your stirs. Batting from the right side. He can switch both left and right. Your shortstop. 0-1. Fouls off the first offering from the new pitcher, who is Dalton LeBlanc for Brazos Valley. Served out into right. That could drop, and it does. Dying Quail. Looks like a 117 exit velo in the book, as they say. Nonetheless, we need base runners, and we got work to do, folks. Your leadoff man aboard down by 6 are the Stirs. You got Luke Powell now. Hector Rodriguez on first, and Dalton LeBlanc. Both teams working through some pitchers. Dalton LeBlanc, young man, throws left. And he is from DeQuincy, Louisiana, going to A&M Corpus right now, an Islander.
You probably loaded up on some, what is that dish?
Skied. Is it going to stay in play? Tis not.
Nope.
Don't hit our camera. We don't have too many, and not too many of them work.
It's like, don't hit the camera. Make the pitcher pay for it.
Yeah. You want to buy me a new camera?
Hey, buddy, you pitched a ball that caused
I know which ones are the prices of the all. They can hit the 2 Mocos. Those are, we can do. Mocos cameras. Yeah, this is the dollar beer argument starting for the crowd. So we got Luke Powell, cleanup man, designated hitter tonight.
Just tell the guy.
2-1, hitters
tell him
count.
The dollar beer is over, but dollar snacks are still in play.
But whatever the price of beer, it's still there. So, whoa, roped into the corner.
That's a nice hit.
That's way into the corner, and he's rounding them bases. Everybody's on their horse. They're going to hold the runner at third. Luke Powell holds up with a blazed double into the corner. Crushed it. Luke Powell got all of that. Luke Powell doubles.
I will say the cowbell's a nice addition. The cowbell up here.
And you're right. Like, that's a good job by Coach Perez right there. There's no need to send.
Yeah.
You're down by he's going to
6.
walk in. You're down by 6. Don't waste an out with a runner in scoring position. So it's not worth the risk.
That's
That's
why
Preston Freeman.
That's why he's the smartest coach in the whole TCL. He knows how to properly.
Mr. LeBlanc Freeman lets it go. 0-1. Love the aggressiveness from Mr. Freeman. But, yeah, down by 6 there. You don't want to run into any outs. Freeman
especially
singles,
this
you're going
late.
to walk home.
They're running.
Big breaking ball, but misses up high. Luke Powell on second. Got Zach Henry on first.
I mean, it's only 6 runs.
No,
down,
I'm sorry.
so-
You got Hector's on third. Henry's on second.
Coach Perez is like,
Preston
you
at
see
the
that ball,
plate.
you run.
Fastball. LeBlanc challenging.
That's what like a typical coach reminds me of, just saying the word run all the time. You're gonna run.
Run all the time.
Yeah. Honestly, though, if he hits this anywhere to deep center field, mid center field, dude running.
Man, runs a fastball in on Freeman. He did good work just to foul that off, frankly.
I think this. You take your base on that. Two strikes and foul balls is a free base.
Free base?
Yeah.
I like that rule.
Yeah. Anything after the 7th for the home team, you can make up your own rules.
Except I think Freeman's going to rope it.
Ooh, not.
I jinxed it. That's what I do. I'm sorry. LeBlanc deals, gets the K. So there's actually one down. Freeman's the first out. Xavier Arias. Xavier Arias, good ball player. Can play a lot of different places.
I do like his number 22. You know who wore 22?
Who's that, bud?
Hefty lefty himself, Jared Lorenzen.
Jared Lorenzen.
Yes, sir.
Lavernia, Texas. Harding.
One of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. In
6 feet,
college
220.
anyway.
I'm telling you, Xavier Arias ain't missing any muscle.
Nope.
He's all at 220. You look at that dude's shoulders. Skies it. That's up. Catcher's under it. And he makes the catch. 2 down. As a batter, you feel so helpless. You're like, please,
Yeah.
please drop it.
Just
Give
throw
me
your
another- give me
bat at
another
the
chance.
catcher and
Yeah,
hope,
go over and bump into him.
hope the umpire doesn't see it. Hey, umpire, look out there. And then,
Enough to 2 down. So we go lead off.
I mean, you'll never know till
second
you
and
try
third, nobody
something
out. We're not
how
gonna. We
it'll
gotta
go.
get out of this with a run, folks.
I know they see
Gavin
batter interference.
Milans is the man to do it. All
Correct.
Rivermans are the man to do it, but now it's on Gavin. Gavin Milans from Shorter University out of Georgia.
Maybe he'll what do you call it? Cook up his inner Ken Griffey Jr. and hit this thing over the wall.
From Brandon, Georgia.
Mr.
6 feet 210. All
See-
charisma, all baseball pride.
See, he's wearing
And a
one
hell of a
glove
first
tonight.
baseman, by the way.
Yeah, definitely good at defense.
Good job laying up right there. Oh, he calling that a strike? In what dimension is that now a strike in your zone the entire game?
I think the umpire's just making up calls as he goes, like
I don't know
zones.
if he's got a hot date or what's going on.
He's making up zones as the game goes on.
That corner hadn't been called all game, and the catcher's reaching for that. 2-1, hitters count.
He said he has a hot date.
Oh, he's trying to get out of here. That was not to be called. Milans fouls it back.
He said
2-2.
he's got an oil change and it's got to get to it right now.
He's got an appointment.
Let's get this
at 9:45 p.m. on a Thursday night.
correct.
So the breaking ball in the dirt fools him. We go down, come up empty-handed with no outs, runners on second and third. That's the pain of baseball. So LeBlanc strikes out 2 and works a clean slate after the first 2 runners go aboard and hang out at second and third.
Can't win all the battles.
Whew. All right, folks.
two more bottom
So,
halves for us.
Got top of 8. Top of 8, folks.
10,000 feet.
I love this song. I don't know how we found it, but
Gotta fly.
it's so good.
That's
Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I think you belong. You like a rocket man. I live in motion. We land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. That's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive a light, and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic, take off for a new city. Somewhere got history, somewhere real pretty. We're cruising in London, yeah. And I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Huh. Get on to that aeroplane. Huh. Make it onto that aeroplane. All right. Here we go now. Make it onto that aeroplane. Break it down for me. Get onto that aeroplane. Make it onto that aeroplane. That's right. Get onto that aeroplane. Come on. Make it onto that aeroplane. Fly, baby, fly. Get onto that aeroplane. Make it onto that aeroplane.
all right. James Tello gives away to Isaiah Arteaga. Mr. Arteaga, nice addition to the River Monsters. Like his stuff. He's calling that one low. And your leadoff, number 6 here, is going to be, I believe, top of the order, Casey Sinceri, and he bounces it foul. Casey Sinceri's number on the Brazos foul uniforms looks like a 6 to me because I'm blind, but I think it's a 5. The roster shows it as number 5. Dude, that's awesome, buddy. Up and in. If you guys are looking for in-game reports, Liam has got Gill's autograph on a.
That's a rare autograph.
That's awesome.
That's rare.
As a river monster, like
Yeah.
actual fish, he doesn't sign much. That's
he
pretty
can barely
rare.
ride.
Lined up the middle. Base hit from Sinceri.
He's gonna sleep with that ball for a couple of days. That's
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
is.
But as a kid, though, any baseball you get is awesome.
If you can get Gill's autograph, I still haven't got Gill's autograph. I tried to get his autograph. He just jumped back in the Guadalupe River and says, "Forget about it."
I asked him a question. He mumbled something, but he doesn't speak English. I didn't know what he said.
I mean, he's a massive catfish.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, if you wanna communicate, you gotta learn some kind of language. I don't care what it is. Just something, please.
Yeah. Cole Modulin, couple hits tonight, scored a couple runs. 2-hole. Takes a strike from Mr. Arteaga. Arteaga, tall right-hander.
You could probably sell that ball on
Good
eBay
stuff
for
all
like
around.
$1,000. Start his college fund, or add to it, whatever.
Paints with that one. Moncrief was out there, framed it up well, does not get the call.
Last top of the bottom of the last inning, that would probably have been a strike.
Yeah, like
He'd be like, strike. I was like, Listen
It's just-
here.
I think it's just like the wild hairs. I feel like calling a strike right now. Modulating swings through Artiaga's nastiness.
The thing is, he's trying to get to Panda Express before it closes to get that orange chicken bowl, you know. So
Full on the off speed. Yeah, he's gonna get the orange
he's
chicken
like-
bowl.
he's like, let's get up out of here so I get my orange
It's
chicken.
like they close at 10, dude. I gotta start calling strikes.
In the dirt, strike.
From the stretch, Sinceri is a leadoff man, but I guess they're just not testing Moncarude. A 6-run game ain't a gimme. It's not like you're not running because you're up by so much. So Sinceri lead looks like this. 2s and 2s to Modling. Extremely conservative lead, I'd say. Artiaga checks him. Fouled straight back. Stays 2s.
If I was the umpire, I would be like, "You're out, strike out." I've done the punch out motion.
Yeah.
Just,
There's some guy on YouTube
Sit down.
who like dances and then like does the Michael Jackson.
dude, those are
splits
underrated
and
aspects of the
then
game. Is umpire
and then
call
rings
outs.
you up. It's like the Naked Gun ring up by Leslie Nielsen. He's doing the moonwalk out there.
Those movies that he made were some weird stuff, man. His sense
The
of
Naked
comedy.
Gun
His sense of comedy was just.
hit into right. It's caught by Milans, and that's a double play, folks. Just dip that man's glove in gold.
His sense of humor was something I never really got. Like, I get it. I get why it's funny. I would laugh here and there, but it's not something I seek out.
Yeah. L3. So
Now, you know
that's
who's funny? Is Steve Harvey. That man cracks me up a lot.
a lot of funny comedians out there. If you're
Bernie
a
Mac.
connoisseur.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac, legend, connoisseur of the comedy genre, which I am.
My favorite, Mitch Hedberg, is my favorite comedian of all time.
Late Mitch Hedberg, absolute genius. Here's Cole Plowman, who went deep to
Mitch.
center in the 4th off Mr. Longshore, who had a good quality start today. Artiaga's down for ball 1. But yeah, there's a lot of funny. You know who's a really funny, pretty funny guy? And this, I can relate everything back to baseball that I didn't know. You ever see the show Whose Line Is It Anyway or
I
whatever?
love that show.
It's like that improv thing.
Yes, it's so good.
You know that dude Greg Proops? He's on the English version and the American version, I think.
I don't know the name, but I'm sure I'd recognize the face because I've seen like all the seasons of that show.
Greg Proops is from California. I think did most of his acting training out in California, but he's a huge baseball fan, and he has like presented and been like MC for the Negro League Hall of Fame in Kansas City.
Okay.
And the Negro League museums in Kansas City, and done a ton of good stuff with that. He's just a baseball fan.
Sometimes at night,
That's a
I'll like
strike.
people have uploaded like full episodes of that show, and sometimes I'll sit there for like 3 hours watching that show.
Well, that man is a legit baseball fan with the bona fides to back it up. Does a ton of thing to support Negro League history.
Which
So
should
Greg
never be
Proops,
it should never be
walks,
forgotten.
Cole Plowman. Artiaga walks Cole Plowman. Yep. No, but I didn't know that about Greg Proops because like you wouldn't even think of that if you're like an American doing a bunch of comedy in
Yeah.
England, but just like Jack White, the musician, everybody.
You often
There's
forget
so
that
many random baseball fans.
you often forget that a lot of these celebrities have lives outside their career.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, you like baseball.
Uh,
I get super hyped when I see a celebrity love baseball.
fouled off by Ben Columbus. Ben Columbus from British Columbia by way of the University of Nebraska
You can always tell who's had the most to drink by how loud they get.
and eats Omaha steaks. You know, that's like that's probably an interesting podcast. Like, who are the most like famous off, like baseball fans you wouldn't have thought of, like Jack White, like from the White Stripes. Like, oh, that guy's a huge Detroit Tigers fan. You know who one was? The author Norman Mailer, I believe, was a huge baseball fan. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Wasn't what was that guy that was in Urban? What was that movie? Oh my God!
Travolta?
No, what was it? I
Oh, did
cannot-
you see that thing I posted? Oh, you did. You liked it on Getty Lee from Rush.
Oh yeah, I saw that thing you posted.
Skied foul.
I wish I could remember this guy's name. Oh, he was a big Mets fan.
Oh, really?
What was that movie where like these city people go out try to be cowboys or something?
Oh, Billy Crystal?
Yeah, there we go.
Actually, I think he's a huge Yankees fan,
Oh,
but he
Yankees are those
supports
Mets.
New York because he said his favorite player was, I don't know, Billy Crystal's just a baseball fan in general because when he moved to L.A., he would always go out for like Dodger Day where they let movie stars play. He loved that. That was like his favorite day of the year. But yeah, Billy Crystal, known baseball fan, his favorite player is Mickey Mantle.
It's a good
I
player
love
to have a
Yeah.
favorite of.
The coolest part about Billy Crystal being a New Yorker and being a kid, like he got to go to Yankee Stadium when Mickey was playing. He's like, man, I go to the ballpark and see Mickey hit a home run, and just never forget it.
I don't know if I could say a favorite Yankees player because there's been a lot of good ones.
There's so many good ones. It's got to be Yogi. I'm thinking for me. Yogi's such a legend. And just recently on June 6th, commemorating D-Day, which Yogi was at, swinging bunt with really weird spin, and I didn't get the camera over there because I was mesmerized by the spinning top going down the third base line, but it was foul.
Oh, let's.
Cue ball by Columbus.
I thought it was fair. Reset the count. So let me bring that back up.
I think it's still Columbus, right?
2-2.
Yep.
Whoa,
Still
whoa,
Ben
whoa,
Columbus.
whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. I gave the guy an extra strike that he didn't have.
So Plowman walked. He's on first. Ben Columbus at the plate. We're talking baseball fans you wouldn't know about. Arteaga from the stretch. Getting the sign. Checks Plowman.
We all know that the
Gives him
guys
a
from
good
Sunny
long
are
look.
big Philly fans.
Oh, yeah.
The Chase was it Chase Utley, right? Or the episode?
Outside.
Was
up.
it Chase Utley?
What about him?
Was that
yeah, he was a Philly guy.
Yeah, was that the guy they were obsessed with? Was it Chase Utley?
Could be. That would have been right about the time they were filming.
Yeah, Chase Utley, yeah, that's right. And they're like, there's a secret tunnel under here. And they end up getting stuck in like a laundry room or something.
The Secret Tunnel is always a good sitcom episode because remember
Yeah.
when Bubbles tried to tunnel into a Rush concert?
Yeah. Trailer Park
Walks
Boys is so
Columbus. TPB, if you haven't seen it, check it out. Change your life.
good. The one of the funniest parts of that whole thing is when it's a small part, but J Rock rolls up in the car. He's like, "What's up, honkies?"
They kidnapped the lead. What's his name?
Yeah, Alex, I think the guitar
Yeah,
player or something. Yeah. It's crazy that like before the show, Bubbles was actually a really good guitar player in some
No,
band.
he's a legit musician.
Yeah, he was in some band. It's pretty good.
So
he does
here's
have that side band though.
Maddox
Was it the
Meese.
Rockets or whatever they're called? I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
does. Maddox Meese with 2 on. Arteaga is not going to get the inside corner there, so now it's 1-0.
But if that was the Seguin player, they'd been like, strike.
I don't know. It's all
I'm not
over
trying
the
to be
place.
mean or rude towards this umpire because I'm sure he's a nice man and he probably makes some really good calls. But right now,
I just want every call. Perfect.
yeah, I mean, as you should and would.
I don't know. The inning where he was just like calling balls and they're walking people in, I was like, oh, that's hit out to left. In comes Zach Henry. He dives for it, goes under his glove. Brazos Valley is just going to circle the bases and Meese into second with a legit 2 RBI double. If you leave your feet, it is not an error. Oh, you need your hat, bud? Dude, you're awesome. So
Again,
Meese with the dub, 2 RBI double, and that's going to be Plowman that scores
speaking
and
of
Columbus that scores.
Speaking of Sunny Philadelphia, have you seen the episode of Sunny where they're on the plane and try to break Ray
It's a
Boggs' drinking record?
legendary. We've
And did-
referenced it many times. Didn't you tie it though, Dutch?
I tied it.
But it was like a flight to India.
Yeah. And what was really funny about that episode too is Charlie goes to the plate and just hacks it way over the
He crushes it.
And he's like, throw me another one. He goes, I only brought one ball.
You roped it though.
It's like that show and Trailer Park Boys are probably some of my favorite shows of all
It's
time.
greatness. Jordan Medellin,
And the thing is,
your batter.
as long as
Turn
they've
down.
been on, they're still great with writing them. They're still funny, you know.
It's legendary stuff.
But I feel like I need to go home and watch some episodes tonight.
Bounces it, does Arteaga. Gets past Moncrief. Meese will go down to third. Work out of this inning. 1-1. 1-1 to Medellin. Yeah, a lot of good stuff out there. I don't really know. I'm trying to search my mind. Billy Crystal was a good one you brought up. Who's another one you always? You know how there's always like Spike Lee's courtside.
Ben Affleck, I think, is a right.
Big baseball fan. He's like they're Sox fans, of course. Him
Yeah.
and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon, yeah.
I'm trying to think of dudes I've seen at the game though, because like Spike Lee's always at a Knicks game.
Yeah.
He's always at a baseball game. Oh, you know who? One of my favorites, big baseball. Of course, he played minor league baseball. Kurt Russell.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Kurt Russell loves baseball, man. Love it.
There's a band Pulley, a punk band called Pulley. The singer was minor league baseball. I actually no, I'm sorry. He played pro baseball for a while.
Yeah.
I think he was like a reliever.
Lined up the middle.
The other
And that'll
one's
score another run. So Medellin singles, drives home Meese, and 3 runs come across in the top of the 8th.
All right, fans, it's time for the beer batter. Let's get some beers.
The beer batter. Crowd's looking for something. Single by Medellin.
if I was this guy, I would just lay down a bunt.
People are like, we'll all give you. But Laranga's walked a whole bunch. I feel like the beer batter is psychologically messing things up maybe for the pitchers. They're pressing to get the K because they want people to have dollar beers.
Yeah.
Bounced. Down a second goes Medellin.
You might be right
don't
though
know.
about that.
Right? It's like, I want to give these people that cheap beer. That's why Laranga's been walked 3 times. 3 times tonight?
3 times.
He walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, walked in the 6th, walked in the 7th. 3 walks, Laranga. Those are all beer opportunities. 1-0.
I'm gonna blame the wind.
Arteaga swings through. 1-1. Okay. Hope springs eternal. Laranga suddenly get double vision. And Arteaga starts dealing the nasty filth that he has within his repertoire.
I wonder if the person at the beer table is like, please don't get this strikeout.
They're getting ready to close up shop or whatever.
Yeah. Because I think it's like the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, folks. Get thirsty. Get thirsty.
People's lining up.
Right. Mr. Medellin. Oh, no, this is Laranga, the beer batter. 1 and 2. Huge opportunity for beer drinkers in Seguin at the ballpark to get a big discount right here.
I will say I appreciate how long.
Oh, they did it! He did it! Everybody's going. Look at the crowd moving. Get them dollar beers. That was for a game that's getting pretty ugly for us.
Keeps them in.
That was pretty entertaining, folks. I'm not gonna lie. We'll have to put on the upbeat song for that. Everybody's getting dollar beers, folks. 10,000 people.
Gotta fly. Get me a ticket. I wanna feel the heat. Huh. Fly over the ocean. I think you alone. You like a rocket man. I live in motion. You land in New York City. 'Cause I love the way she moves. Gotta hold on tight all through the night. Get on to the aeroplane. Oh, that's right. Not gonna let you go it alone. Bring me along for some fun. Ha! I drive a light, and I don't bite. Fly over the Atlantic, take off for a new city. Somewhere got history. Somewhere real.
I've never heard of that before in my life. That business of like.
All right. Holdrook leading it off. Got some pictures of the kid. I'm going to send that to the missus. Oh, shows bunt does Rook. Good idea.
Put it in
honestly.
a frame.
It's honestly a good idea for Rook. We need base runners bad. Anyway on.
And like I said, we have these new rules after the 7th inning. So one ball is a base. Is a base on ball.
And when I say any way on, if you have to invent a machine that materializes your body on first base like the movie The Fly, you do that.
Is that the one where the guy gets like wrapped up or something? And
Yeah, The Fly like goes into the transport thing with him. Jeff Goldblum's in that movie.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
It's a weird movie. Don't watch The Fly.
I've seen it once when I was a kid, so I don't really remember it a whole lot. But is that the one where he goes into this pod or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You've totally seen it.
But it was like so long ago that I don't really remember the whole storyline. I just remember like that scene.
Yeah, don't watch it. It's kind of horrible. Don LeBlanc's still dealing, but he walks Rook.
I will
and
say
we'll
this though.
absolutely take that.
Jeff Goldblum can definitely sell some apartments. Have you seen those commercials?
I don't know. That dude's been in everything. He's been acting. He doesn't age, though, that guy. That's the thing about Jeff Goldblum. He looks essentially the same as he did when he came out like in the 80s with some B movie called Earth Girls Are Easy.
You never seen those commercials for like apartments.com?
All right, we got to kill the music. Can you kill? You guys got to kill the music, I think. Yeah. All right. Just pitching while it's going on. At least this pitcher didn't throw a fit on the mound, so that's nice. So I think we got Logan Stockton pinch hitting right now for Caden Moncaroo. Is what just happened now. So this is Logan.
Getting some
Stockton.
It's kind of like getting extra work since the game's kind of out of hand right now.
Well, you know,
it can come back.
You got to switch it up if you're going to make the comeback, and the pitcher goes stumbling off the mound. Does LeBlanc? I'm not sure if that's the same issues Colton Graham was dealing with, or what's going on there.
I think so.
But Holden Rook's your runner first. Logan Stockton pitch hitting for Caden Moncaroo. And unleashes it and hits the bull on ball 4. And Holden Rook's going to round second, but Logan Stockton works a walk, as Logan Stockton will tend to do sometimes. He's an on-base machine, and we are back to the top with Kyle Atkinson trying to work a miraculous rally. Miraculous rally. But if anybody can get it going, it's these guys. Believe in the Stirs, never wavers. Turns around, does Atkinson, and the ball gets away. All the runners move up. So second and third, nobody out for Kyle Atkinson. Shows bunt. Now he's ahead in the count. Things starting to cook. Last 2 innings, runners on first and second with nobody out. Let's see if we can cash in this time, folks.
Gonna hit some dingers here.
Dalton LeBlanc. And the Stirs. Let's see if we can make this interesting here, folks.
Again, it's not over till everybody leaves the stadium.
I mean, nobody out. So let's say you get a single here, you get 2. It's 11-4, but then Atkinson's on because he's singled. You get a couple more, now you're in striking distance.
Yeah.
Ooh, way out in front of an off-speed pitch there, and LeBlanc is just stumbling off the mound. I'm going to have to do some eyeballing of mound maintenance on what's going on with these dudes falling off the mound. 1-1.
Somebody said play the rally video.
The rally monkey.
I want a rally right now.
Hit out the center. Christian Smith-Johnson camping under it. He has a pretty good arm, but he's going to go to third with it, and he does throw a hose. But Atkinson with an RBI for Holden Rook, and we got one back there. That helps. So Rook comes around to score. Atkinson sack fly. Sack 8 with a bibby, and now we got Zach Henry.
You know, like people have rally monkeys and stuff, and certain traditions they do.
Yeah.
I say we introduce a rhino like rhinoceros.
A rhino?
Yeah, a rally rhino.
That's not even a problem to get our hands on from the zoo. I know a guy.
No, if we asked them nicely, it was like, hey, can we borrow one?
I
for
got
the
rhinos
night?
everywhere.
They would say absolutely.
I get a rhino by 3 o'clock with paint on it.
I wouldn't paint it, but we'll have it in the bullpen there.
That's from Lebowski. I'll get you a tow by 3 o'clock with paint.
With paint. See, I didn't catch that
Zach
reference.
Henry. Ooh, I like that hack. I like everything about that with Zach Henry. Hold on, we're gonna take a little break to talk to this thing. How's it going, bud?
Like, how much more longer till the end till they can sign the ball?
Well, it depends. We could go extra inning, but probably like 1.5 more innings.
Wait, what?
1.5 more innings.
Okay. Okay.
Continue to have fun. Continue to remain outstanding. Continue to carry on. The six-year-old's checking in. His first TCL game for the 6-year-old.
I would say it was a success.
It was a smashing success, which I was trying to say all along. Zach Henry looking at a 2-1 pitch. Oh, now see that particular strike call.
I'm telling you, there's no consistent strike zone in here. It's just like whatever.
I don't know. As a batter, you just like, I don't know where the zone is. I don't know.
I keep messing up the count here on this scoreboard, so I
Full.
apologize.
LeBlanc goes full. There's your base runners. You got Logan Stockton on second.
And there you go.
And that's it, huh? Because Holdrook scored. LeBlanc from the stretch. No. We're doing that? I'm going to go back and look at the video on that. So off-speed pitch on a full count, frankly, and I thought it was low, but
This umpire, I think he needs to, like, get some new contacts. Because, I don't know. Something's wrong with his eyes.
so Henry with a reverse K, not looking for that pitch, nor was I.
I mean, look, umpire,
So
if you can't afford a pair of new
2 down.
sunglasses, we'll start a GoFundMe for you, and we'll get you some glasses.
2 down. Hector Rodriguez, the shortstop, singled his last time. LeBlanc from the stretch again, fouled off.
I like the Ghostbusters song being played.
Yeah, more 80s movies, I think, help rallies. Hector, native of Venezuela, one of the greatest baseball countries in the entire world.
Somebody,
And, Hector's living up to that. Line drive up the middle, and that'll score Stockton because he is a heck of a base runner. But Christian Smith-Johnson has a really good arm, and he throws it, but it's offline. And Coach Perez held him up anyway, which is technically the right decision because you cannot run into an out. You only have 4 outs left in this game.
they're precious. These outs are
Every
precious.
out is precious. You cannot risk it. Even though it had been safe, that was absolutely the right coaching call right there. So single from Hector on the breaking pitch. And he's got back-to-back singles. And now our cleanup, Luke Powell. See if Luke can get into one here.
A 2-out rally. I can see it happening.
That's what we're talking about. Talking about a 2-out rally. LeBlanc up and in. I see 0 activity in the
shocked,
Brazos Valley bullpen, which is where you would typically think they'd be with this large of a lead. But
I'm shocked the umpire
only
wasn't like, strike.
Luke Powell can put a charge into one.
Isn't it true, like, if you call the umpire blue, they hate
Almost hits him or does.
It does
He
hit him.
does. So
All right.
bases juiced. Powell takes one in the leg.
Did one for the team there, buddy.
Trying to do the double Dutch jump rope and get over it, but it still pegged him. So Hector to second. Oh, whoops. Freeman started the season with a 5 or 6 game hit streak. Heck of a hitter, heck of a fielder. Now's the time. See what happens with the matchup versus LeBlanc here.
He does have that really cool, like, straight stance
Yeah,
where
he
he
stands up
straight
real tall.
Yeah.
We're just calling everything a strike now.
I'm telling you, he wants to get the Panda Express to get that orange bowl,
Everything is a
orange
strike.
chicken bowl before they close.
Uh,
They don't have a.
skied by Freeman. It's right into the play. That could be trouble. Oh my gosh. So Freeman flies out to the third baseman on that for the 3rd out. Threat ended, but we get one. Get one. 11-3, folks. We're going to go to top of 9. Kaiser. Connor Kaiser coming on. A lot of pitchers from both teams tonight. Connor Kaiser can actually play a pretty darn good right field, but he's coming on in relief tonight. He's going to finish out here in the 9th.
I want to give a shout out to Ryan's friend Tucker.
All right, Tucker, what's up, bud? And he plunks Mr. Christian Smith Johnson with
there's
the
also
first pitch.
there's also another guy called Gabriel Rodriguez. He said Hector is the GOAT, and that's his big bro. So
All right, well, Gabriel Rodriguez, Hector is the GOAT.
shout out to all the listeners. And
Robert Oropeza.
these comments are probably old. I didn't see them till now. I kind of just looked
Are
over.
they?
Yeah.
All right.
But if you are still listening, shout out to you guys.
All right, we appreciate any support.
Thanks for tuning into the game.
So, Smith Johnson on first. That's his
Tucker
lead.
said, "This is out of hand. When you just call it, there's no calling it."
There you know. Not when you're about to
Yeah,
mount
it's a rally inning right here.
9-run comeback in the bottom of the 9th and shock the world. 0-1. 0-1 to Oropeza. Kaiser from the stretch delivers. Hit out to right. On his horse is Rook, and it's over his head. So Christian Smith Johnson running. He's going to hold up at third, and that's going to be a stand-up double for Oropeza.
I like that name, Earl Pace.
Oropeza, and then Smith Johnson, who got plunked, is on third. So nobody down. Going to have to work miracles to keep a run from coming across. And we're back to the top with Casey Sinceri, third baseman. Played a good third base tonight for Brazos Valley. Kaiser working from the stretch, regardless of runners, but he is now. There's the big breaking ball, and that's a nice one. That's a huge over-the-top hammer featured by Mr. Kaiser. Very nice.
Oh yeah, Kaiser roll.
Very nice. There's another big breaking ball, and honestly was probably a strike and just fooled the umpire. A lot of break, a lot of down break on that hammer.
Thought I had the count wrong for a second.
Sinceri 1-1.
Hitting the dingers.
Fastball gets in on him. Sinceri tonight is 0 for 3. No, he's 1 for 3. With the
1
base
for
on
3.
balls, run scored. According to my book.
You need to get a.
Could be wrong. Probably is.
It's always wrong. There is no right.
Kaiser.
What?
So there's that big hammer again. Skies it into the infield. Over is Logan Stockton now, who pinch hit for Caden Monkrud, and he makes the catch.
That was a nice hit.
Nice
right there.
job. Never easy for
Pop
the
up.
catcher looking straight up into the sky, but excellent job right there. One down. Sinceri retired, and we'll go to Cole Modgling. Modgling's had a night. Couple of hits, couple runs scored. And socks over the knee, so. What's up, bud? You never know with a baseball game. Probably another 15, 20 minutes. Go have fun with your buddies. Yeah, something like that. I'll find you, bud. 6-year-old checking in on the game. He is officially 2 hours past his bedtime. Doesn't count the drive time home.
Well, all that
He's
sugar he's had, he's wide
probably
awake.
delirious on ice cream and Doritos. Big breaking ball, man. I like Kaiser's hammer. He's got just a massive dropping
Thought he was about
breaking
to do
ball
that
over the
strike.
top. Yep. Cole Modgley hits it hard out to center, going back,
Oh boy.
and that is gone. And he's
more
got his
runs.
arms raised like Rocky Balboa. Modgling with a 3-run dong. No doubter, really. You got to tip your cap on that one. Look at him. It's college baseball, folks. Can't hate too much. That ball was crushed.
Yeah.
Tip your cap to Mr. Modgling. getting out of Smokey Joe Williams. You know, doesn't feel good for our guys, but when we hit the dingers, when Milans goes out yard, sometimes you just got to celebrate.
And yet we're still not
have
gonna
fun
call
playing
it.
baseball.
Oh, you know what? What was the game that the one team forfeited? It was like 16-2, right, or something like that.
Well, no, that was point streak. It wasn't a forfeit, actually.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like,
No, it wasn't a. So Cole Plowman would be batting, but he is not, and the batter is number 2. And this is going to be Connor Westenberg as he fouls it off. So Westenberg pinch hitting here in the 9th. The kids are going crazy. You can hear them screaming. Connor Westenberg from Porter, Texas, is going to McNeese State. Big breaking ball from Kaiser. A lot of screaming involved in foul ball shagging. The Lord of the Flies children. Hit very hard to center, but that's going to stay in play. And under it is Mr. Atkinson. And we got 2 down. Connor Westenberg flies to first. Flies to center. What am I talking about first? Flies to center. 2 down. And Mr. Ben Columbus from British Columbia. If you've ever been there, I have many, many times. It is really nice.
Well, they had that SkyTrain.
Sky down the line. I don't know if that's going to get.
That's gone.
And that is gone. So two homers in the ninth for Brazos Valley. An injection of power. Request a urinalysis of the entire team after this game. I jest. Ball smoked. Once again, tip your hat. So 2 home runs, 3-run type, and a solo by Mr. Ben Columbus representing
But as much as like
Western Canada.
as much as you want your teams to win.
I just love good baseball.
Yeah, and another thing is a lot of these guys are here just to get some
There's
work
the
in.
Ephus. He's going to plunk that guy with a 50-mile-an-hour lob pitch. I'm not sure what that was about. So Maddox Meese gets hit by pitch on an Ephus.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And
Looks like a pitching change.
we're going to have a pitch change. Coach Perez comes out. So Meese, I'll have to ask after the game what that was about, because God bless if I could ever get hit by pitch that softly. I don't know if they know each other or what that is. Let's look where Meese is from. Meese, Maddox Meese, Abilene Christian, and Connor Kaiser, Lamar. I don't know if they got a history, they know each other, because if you're going to bean somebody after a couple bombs, stick it in them. That was a lob shot. So
Yeah.
Connor Kaiser is going to be relieved. And I don't really have any beef with Connor Kaiser. I think that was honestly because the game was out of reach. Tony Perez was saving arms, and Connor Kaiser's not normally a pitcher, and that's why he has that huge curveball. And I think this is going to be, if we can go to here, 22. Yep, Xavier. So we're pitching positionals at this point, trying to save arms for tomorrow. Makes perfect sense. So you go from Connor Kaiser to Mr. Xavier Arias. But don't sleep on Mr. Arias. 220 pounds of all muscle and is a walking brick wall. So it'll be interesting to see what Arias throws up there.
He's
Maybe some Ched.
Yeah.
And pop in the glove. All right, we'll go to some bumper
Because
music.
like a lot of these position players were former pitchers at some point too. Sometimes.
So that's what it was with Kaiser. Kaiser giving up a couple dongs. Brazos Valley loving it. Padding stats, getting out of Smokey Joe.
Bad stats.
That's what it is.
Our DJ was playing Baby Shark for everyone.
Baby
here.
Shark was making an appearance in this game. Top of 9. Game's officially out of hand. I'm willing to call.
It's 15-3. It's a hand
You
yet.
got Mr. Arias on the mound. Hey, there's all types of baseball games. There's close ones, and there's ones like this that just don't go your way.
Yeah.
And that's how it is.
Can't win them all.
But ain't nothing wrong with a home run going deep into the night.
Correct.
I wish it was a river mall to get our W's this year. So you just got to keep plugging, folks. You got to keep trucking, as they say.
Keep on trucking.
Jordan Medellin. I think he had I think double. He doubled last time. He did double last time. So 3-1 from Arias. I think if you are aggressive by Medellin, favor when you're up at this point like this.
Yeah.
Be up to take, folks.
I mean,
Bounce to first.
Oh, boy.
Through the hole. Runner being held on. Cannon shot out there from Holden Rook. But the ping continues as Medellin singles.
honestly, if I was, maybe this is wrong, but like,
Another one.
if I was him, I would just bunt it and get out of here.
I was like, what was doing that? And then I was like, ready. This is it. I got it.
Awesome,
Really so fast.
You're going to get so many. All right. This is the beer batter, I believe. I don't know if they keep doing that, but it's Simon Laurent has been the beer batter
don't
at least
think
3
so.
times. The beer batter's done.
Top of the
in
ninth. Yeah.
The beer is gone
I
and
think you
sold.
you gotta stop selling it, I think, at a certain point.
All right. At this point in the game, if I were a drinking man, it would be the beer batter. It would be the Scotch whiskey batter.
Batter is a beer batter.
Get a shot of Jack Daniels batter.
If this guy gets out in any way, shape, or form.
There's a big breaking ball from Arias, dropped in like a champ. These positional players are showing tremendous 9-to-5 hammers.
Putting in work.
Dropping off a table from Arias. There it is behind you. Behind you with the hook. Keep you on your toes, Mr.
Still,
Laurent.
I would still say that's a nice throw.
You know, what if you curved it behind somebody and it curved so hard it came back in the catcher's glove and that's a strike?
Right.
Might have happened. It's never happened before that I'm aware of, but not saying the first time can't happen in a 15-3
That's
ball
called
game.
the biscuit and gravy
Fastball
slider.
up. Good velocity from Arias, which makes sense because he's a huge dude. Runners on the corners
There we
as
go.
Laronga swings through, and the Stirs mercifully get out of it, but 4 are scored, home runs, 3-run shot and a solo shot. Modulin gets out of the yard with a 3-run shot followed up by Ben Columbus's Canadian bacon down the line.
Yeah.
Absolutely skied into.
That was a nice shot. Too.
That was a very high bomb. As
That
they
was
say.
like a what do you call it?
Yeah, that was a Metrodome roof scraper, man.
What is that dish? That was a poutine shot. A poutine, right? You call it?
Oh, poutine
Yeah.
up there in Canada. I don't know, but he skied it. So
I've had some American version of that before, and I don't know how good it was compared
Connor
to the.
Kaiser is just trying to help out, gave up a couple of bombs. He's not too worried about his ERA. So we're gonna go to the bottom of the 9th. If you don't think miracles can happen, stick around, folks. I'd like to prove you wrong.
Like, what do you like at that point as a manager? What do you even say to players like?
All right, folks. Your pitcher, this is funny. So, Xavier Arias, your pitcher, last thing is going to lead off. Also a positional player, and also pitching for Brazos Valley now is Jordan Medellin. So, positional players just getting in some work to save arms. Game is out of hand. That could be trouble. They're calling that ball foul.
Correct.
I call it a grand slam under our new rule regime.
Sponsored by
So just go ahead and circle the base, put up 4.
Boss's Pizza.
So foul ball 0-1.
I was telling Mike earlier, like with all this talk about Gatorade, maybe Gatorade will throw a sponsor their way.
Jerky and Gatorade sounds like a fine sponsor to me.
Jerky and Gatorade. Come get you a Jack Link's jerky. I'm just saying.
Arias back up to face Medellin. Battle of the pitching positional players. Fastball bounced again, roughly in the same spot, and they're going to field that and throw it across. Are they calling it foul again?
Nah, it bounced in fair territory.
They rung him, 1 out.
Yeah. I mean, that was clearly in fair territory.
Okay, wouldn't.
You can't
All
argue
right, well,
the spotted
basically
ball.
2 identical balls, but one stayed fair, and they get 1 down. So Arias out on the 5-3. All right.
Here's a rally right here. Rally's coming.
Now we've got. Oh. Was that Xavier Arias, or
this
was
bottom-
this Xavier Arias?
Bottom of the
My
9th rally sponsored by
This
Tucker.
would normally be Milan's,
Ooh.
and I do not think this is Milan's.
I was like, bottom of the 9th rally sponsored by Tucker.
So this is a pinch hitter for Milan's, number 22, but number 22 on my roster is Xavier Arias, which I think he was also wearing. So I think it's a new addition to the Stirs as we get some late, and he bounces it foul, but we get some players that are late adds a few games into the season. I don't identify this player later, unless it is Xavier, and I'm pretty blind. He's number 20, confusing to me. I think Xavier is just batted. Checked it. They called him. He's going to run down to first, and he'll be safe. So, okay, no, I had it all wrong. That was Xavier Arias. Okay, so I don't know who. I guess it was, because it wasn't. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Unless we come back and win it, I think we batted out of order there. I'm not sure what happened, because unless that was somebody pinch hitting for Preston Freeman, but he was the last out last inning. So Milan's up. Arias on first. Fastball away. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, because I have Freeman as the last out last inning, and Arias would have been the lead-off batter, but somebody batted, and then Arias batted again, I think. But maybe no, that's what it was, because they called it a foul ball.
Yeah.
No,
Which
it was a foul ball.
Yeah.
So it was. No
Yeah.
wonder.
Which
I
was
like,
weird because
okay, I was like, what is going on?
Fair territory, but
Oh, okay. Well,
it is
no
what
wonder.
it is.
I was like so confused. I was like, what? Okay. Apologies to everybody watching the game. The announcers lost his mind. It was because I thought you said it was an out, and it went up on the scoreboard. So Arias is on the case. So he was the leadoff guy. This is Milan's.
Sponsored by
Very
Grass.
confusing.
Without it, there'd be no field.
Calling Arias out. Okay. Inside almost gets Milan's. And so he's going to walk. We got 2 runners on. But he advanced on the pass ball. So he goes here. Milan's to first on the base of balls. And the 13-run rally has begun.
Hey, man.
Holden Rook. Bat around.
Sponsored by Dirt. Without it, we couldn't build this field.
You didn't think it could happen, but it is. That's what I'm telling you.
I think every
And
batter.
part of my insanely disorganized announcing is what's going to start as Rook swings through strike 1. And Mr. Liam is here. How's it going, bud?
I just ran so fast to get 2 people's balls signed.
Awesome, dude. You're doing great. Keep going down
there 'cause
they're all going to get it.
I gave like a bunch of people. Come on. I was like,
Hit hard to second. They're going to try to turn it. And so he gets the vicinity rule on the turn at second. and cuts down Milan's on the force. So Rook is on a board on first. Milan on the fielder's choice gets chopped down, and then Arias, who K'd on the pass ball, is now at third.
This batter is sponsored by the Nets. Without him, there'd be a lot of hurt people.
Here's Logan Stockton. I'd love to see him get into one right now.
Oh my God. Oh.
Inside, Stockton very, very much on top of the plate. Some in on him. That's the wheelhouse, as they say.
This inning's gonna have a different sponsor, by the way.
Medellin.
Uh-oh.
Look out, folks. It's a wild, interesting couple innings. This game winds down into a 13-run Miraculally. That term is trademarked by me, Miraculally.
Bust out Dios.
Oh, my goodness
Whoa.
gracious.
What's going on here with this guy? Come on.
Medellin might not know where it's going, a la Epi Calvin LaLouche. Goes inside. Sal the Barber Magley after the dome.
That was a bush league throw right there.
Wow.
That was
I mean,
right
you
at
don't hurt
his.
anybody, so.
No.
3-1. So the bases go juiced. And then Kyle Atkinson hits a grand slam. We'll be
Rally
on
is
our way.
still alive, though.
Yep.
Definitely alive.
Grounded in the hole. Going to be a tough play. Logan runs pretty well, and he's safe. So there's a scores. So honestly, the rules they'll play on that. So in the hole, the RBI. And the order. Rook and Stockton, and you're going to come to Mr. Sin.
That's what we runs right there, 15-5.
What? No, one run, I believe.
You sure?
Yeah, just one.
So it's 15-4 then.
15-4. I'd like to take that one, but I think Mr. cut down on the fielder's short, so he's just got it there.
Yeah. So it's 15-4, yeah.
15-4. Good hack there from Atkinson. That's what you do. The Miraculally.
This batter is sponsored by water. Because without the water, dehydrated.
The sunshine in my eye. All right.
Definitely, you definitely could
Going here.
eat cats.
He was calling that. Trying to get out of here. 0-2.
That's not the right call, but I let it slide.
Here. Bounce to second baseman, gobbled up. Hitches. Ben. All right. 33.
Any
Ben
relation
Columbus?
to Columbus?
Columbus. 33 is that was Laurent going to third, trying to get. All right. So second out, and we're down to Zach Henry. Takes ball outside, but he's going to call that a strike because it is what it is in real world. So Zach Henry on notice. Anything is a strike. Swinging, fouls it off. What was that? That was 4-3 on the last.
And there goes the Kid Army.
Kid Army, they're struggling and striving for the last foul ball as this game winds into a massive rally that will extend for the next hour of our lives.
This batter is sponsored by the lights. You need them to
Zach
see.
Henry can hit, let me tell you. Medellin from the stretch, deals down. Of course, position Professional players trying to pitch never do. We're going to have all kinds of arm slot consistency issues.
I would have fell down right there.
Trying to
Like,
throw hard.
hit me.
Trying to throw hard, trying to pick sliders off, really just chew up the innings and save these. Zach Henry. One here.
No really.
No longer. It's no score. Middle. Maybe get a candy hop from we don't. And now this drop tough to Brown. A lot of no that ball. Clean clinch. Home run tonight.
Definitely.
Mr. Ben to others. Thank the Stars.
We're still on it.
Tunes go. Go. Today.
We didn't get a chance. Nonetheless, it was a good game. Scores. Just
Something I liked. I liked a lot of our pitching. I like Zach Longshore's start. Let's look at some of the Stars offensive work. Who had the most hits? We got Luke Powell hit on base 3 times. Who else got on base a whole lot? Hector got on a couple times, scored a run. What you gonna do? We'll get him next time, Stars. Thanks for checking us out.
we appreciate all the listeners, all the watchers, everything like that.
Thanks to Judge Chattahoochee, Mike G, Scotty B, and the King.
All the players, because I mean, look
Caroline,
at
the
that.
entire crew.
As soon as the game was over, they're like, okay, time to go fix the field.
Yeah, they're getting all together. They're working on that mound. So
This team is definitely hustle and flow.
it's one of those days, folks. Good next time.
Take care.
We're out.